Mellow greetings, my friends. I'm Alan. I'm one of the many fine employees here at Imperial Outpost Games in Phoenix, Arizona. At our store, one of the things we absolutely love is RPGs. They're a core part of what we do here, and as such, we want more people sitting around the table and playing RPGs with their friends. We decided to do a series of recorded gaming sessions of some of our favorite RPGs with some of our favorite people. So we felt that so many other fantastic games are out there that aren't getting the notice and attention they deserve, and many players out there would benefit from being exposed to some of the other games. We want to help folks broaden their horizons and experience some of these other games. This is the first time a lot of us were on camera for something like this, so we want to thank you for your patience as we work out the technical issues. Half of us at the table were coughing and sick the week of filming, so you'll encounter some instances where we muted the sound so you won't have to hear us cough. In tonight's session, a ragtag team of misfits brought together by circumstance and duty take on the events in Republic City after The Legend of Korra Season 4 and the ensuing comic series. We meet some old friends, and hopefully you enjoy the new ones as we learn how to play the game. So without further ado, here's our one-shot session of Avatar Legends, the role-playing game.
Earth, fire, air, water. Only the Avatar can master all four elements and bring balance to the world.
Flamio! My good Hotman. We're going to be playing Avatar Legends. Here we go. Okay. You have all gathered together. You have been on the trail of a triple threat triad member named Two-Toed Ping. And Two-Toed Ping is running away. He escaped from prison, and he is now on his way to the station, the train station from Republic City into the Earth Nation. Let's start with character introductions. What is your character doing? First of all, introduce your character.
Okay. Hi. My character is Satsuki Mori, she, her. She is a firebender who used to work with the Triple Threat Triad, but now is trying to become a pro bender here in Republic City.
Excellent. So what are you doing at the moment?
We're chasing down this guy.
Yeah, you're chasing down this town. You guys are on your way to a station.
Okay. I'd just be running after him, I guess. Maybe, throw some fire.
Okay, so
try and block
you're in the street.
Ways. Okay, maybe not. Maybe not then. I don't know.
All right.
How?
Are you in a Sato mobile? Are you are you on foot? I'm gonna let you decide. A lot of this is gonna be me letting you decide, because the way this system works is that you guys roll all the dice. You guys will create your own complications. So.
Okay.
So I can only blame myself.
That's correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just wanted to make sure.
Oh, this is how drinking gets started.
I would say
No, we can
probably
blame
an
you
on
too.
foot
Yeah.
chase.
Okay, you're on a foot chase.
Yeah,
Okay,
foot chase.
so I assume you're going through. You're doing some parkour. You're getting through some stuff, and Ping's like throwing stuff behind him. You're going through a crowded marketplace in Republic City as he's trying to get to the station.
Okay.
Okay, so first thing we want to do.
This is a foot chase?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
There is a
All
foot
right.
chase. So what you're doing is going to be advancing attack versus his evade and observe. Okay, so we're going to go right into the mechanics of the game.
Wolford. Oh.
Yep.
Okay.
So you're going to be rolling with passion for that.
Okay.
Because it is an advance and attack.
Alright.
All right. So you're going to roll your dice. You're going to add your passion. So you're going to roll 2 dice plus your passion in order to tell me how well you succeed. In this system, a 7 is a success. A 10 is a full success. 7, 8, and 9 means that you succeed, but there is a complication. Anything less means that you failed, and I get to add extra stuff. All right.
5 plus 2.
5 and 2. Okay.
That's a 7.
So a 7. All right. So he actually, because he defended and maneuvered, he's hopping over some stuff in a marketplace, and he throws like some curry at you from like a curry stand. What do you what were you doing to advance and attack him? Were you throwing some fireballs at him? You doing a front flip into some firebending?
Yeah. Actually, I have a move called
Already using moves.
Fire Whip.
Fire whip.
So can I like try and, I don't know, catch him or catch him off guard or like throw flame in front of his face?
Sure, you can whip
Veer
him with
him
the
off.
fire.
Yeah.
That's totally fine. So what I'm going to say, because you did succeed, but with a complication,
Okay.
is that he throws the curry
Sure.
at you, so you lose line of sight from him. But as your fire whip hits, the curry just kind of flies everywhere, and there's a curry vendor going,
everyone's-
"My curry!"
Everyone's scattered.
Yeah, and everybody scatters and just like, "Hey, you got to pay for that!" And then he rounds a corner, and you're on foot, only to see Liam's character, who is
Hello, I'm Palu. I was an aspiring pro bender. I came from Ba Sing Se, and I was drafted. Was one of the top draft picks for the Ba Sing Se Badger Moles.
Badger Moles.
Badger Moles.
Let's roll.
And during my first game, I got a very serious injury, which caused me to leave the game. And then in my recovery, took over a year. My first game back, I was a little scared of being injured again, so I kind of was no longer a pro bender because they kind of kicked me off the team. And since then, I've just been trying to make ends meet.
nice. All right, so you rounds a corner right into your trap. Whatever you were trying to do in order to catch Two-Toed Ping.
Okay, I was gonna try to seize a position.
Okay.
I was gonna try to maybe launch myself up onto a building to get the high ground.
Sure. How are you doing that? Can you describe what
So to
you're doing?
Maybe like earthbend, like force. Like,
So you're gonna
push
punch-
myself up with earth.
So you're gonna
like,
punch into the ground behind you, all Naruto style, and
Got
then a
you,
pillar
yeah.
of earth will launch you.
yes.
Okay, cool.
I have to roll with focus.
Yes, you do.
That is a 7.
Excellent. So, as you launch yourself in the air into the crowded marketplace on the way to the station, you get sight of him. You can see him, and you land very near him. But he is very slippery, and he just kind of moves out of the way really quick, and actually tosses like another bunch of like fruit at you as you go through. He again keeps on going in through the marketplace into. Let's go ahead with show. Chris, who is your character?
He's a tall, bookish-looking fellow who dresses well and hides his disability under a loose-fitting cloths and jackets. My background is that I used to be a soldier for the Earth Empire, for Kavira's Earth Empire. And I actually had left Republic City to join that army, and when Kavira's Empire went down, I came back to my family to try and mend bridges, mend fences. That's what the term is. I am missing my
We'll
arm.
burn that bridge when we get there.
Yeah, we'll burn that fence. Okay.
No, wait. Keep going.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he's coming right at you.
Okay. I'm going to try to appeal to his, to reason with him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. In that
Ping,
case,
stop! There's nowhere you can go.
Right.
We have you surrounded.
all right.
He's probably going to throw more food at us because that's what this is defense.
Give me a. Tell you what. Give me a roll with passion.
Passion.
Yeah, passion.
5
Okay.
total. Yeah.
He runs right past you. Ping, stop!
Ping, stop!
And he just runs past you like.
We have you surrounded.
If the camera was looking at him, he'd look like, who the heck was that guy? and then he goes into and rounds a corner where Mika, you're standing at the steps of the station because you know that you guys have heard that he was going to try to get here. What do you do? Or first of all, introduce your character.
Okay. I'm playing Mika, she, her pronouns. I am the daughter of an ambassador. I am a waterbender, and I am we are newer to the city than some of the others. What do I want to do about this problem?
A great question. He's running at you.
Yeah. I think I would like to. I'd actually like to use one of my moves as well.
Sure.
I like to use like slip over ice. It lets me move around my environment. I could clear fatigue, but I don't really have any right now.
Sure.
But I can use it to rearrange foes. I'd like to put it in the way of Quacha,
Okay.
who is
So
not far.
I'm going to say that this would be considered what's called a smash or a strike.
Yes.
So you will roll with passion,
May-
unless you have other.
Can I use their momentum to mark a fatigue to use focus instead of passion for an attack?
Absolutely.
Okay, I would like to do that.
All right, go for it.
That is 10 plus 2 is 12.
That is a full success. So what is? Describe to me what it is that you do.
So, I imagine she uses a little bit more to like make the ground a little slippery and kind of like just push him in front of her friend.
Okay. So he's on his way up the stairs, and you make the stairs into a sheet of ice.
Yep.
And as you do that, the ice kind of curves, and Ping's body just kind of slips, falls, and tries to catch himself right into
Quacha.
Quacha.
I am a guardian of Mika. She is my ward. That is
Okay.
my goal. That is why I'm here.
Nice.
She is very competent. I'm just here to catch her when she falls and stumbles.
Nice.
Which apparently did not happen this time because I now have a guy I must catch and grab that just fell himself.
Yep.
What does Quacha look like?
Now, what would you
So-
like to do to Two-Toed Ping, since he's basically coming right at you, slipping and falling?
Being a master of weapons, I don't do that bending thing. I'm
Sure.
going to basically bend over
Uh-huh.
and I'm going to grab him as he slides through there like that and try to grab him by his legs and pull him
What
up.
weapons do you use? Usually.
Broadsword.
Broadswords. Double broadsword or single broadsword?
I have a double broadsword.
You have a double broadsword. All right, some blue demon vibes then.
Yeah.
All right, so
I'm going to try to grab him by his legs as he slides and
Uh-huh.
lift him up.
okay, so he's gonna. All
Are you a
right,
bigger
give me.
person?
I'm a bigger person.
You're a big guy.
Yeah, I'm a guardian.
So you are going to strike him. So go ahead and roll with passion.
Not with these dice. And we are at a 4.
You're out of 4. Okay,
Do you
so
have anything
He's still
to add?
he's
you
still
add
slick.
you add stuff with passion though.
Oh, you're right. He's still slick from all that. I'm a 5.
You're a
Plus 1 for passion.
Okay.
He's slippery from the ice.
Okay.
I did too well.
What I'd like to say is if you'd like to mark a fatigue, I'll say you can force yourself to succeed in this little first gambit, and you can tell me how you want to actually grab Ping without slipping and falling yourself, because that's what's going to happen if you as you do.
Well, how about I grab Ping, but his body and his weight, we both fall, but I'm still holding on to him.
Perfect. There you go. So
I tried to stand up with holding him, but I still slipped and fell with him anyway.
Nice.
And I will mark the
So
fatigue.
Ping right before you try to grab him, he skids on his butt, slides towards you, and you grab him, but that momentum makes both of you slip and fall, but you're still holding onto him. This is when the rest of you kind of start to run toward the object of your hunt here. What is it that you all do?
Quick question: do we know why we were chasing after him?
Yeah. So Ping actually has a bounty on him.
Okay.
Yeah, and you guys have
Two-toed fatty.
yeah, you guys have basically found your way into a kind of a gentleman's bet with somebody that you know in order to see if you can get further jobs later. And in this particular case, it's somebody that you know and you idolize.
Yeah.
His name is Bolin, and he was a champion pro bender, but now works as an aide to President Julie Moon. Right.
Mika, apparently there's curry on the bottom of my foot somehow, but nice.
Right.
So you're still holding on to him.
I know, that's why I'm
And-
talking to her as I'm holding.
And everybody kind of runs up. There's now 4 people around Ping. Ping is like, let me go! Let me go!
Yeah, run. You're not going anywhere, buddy. You're coming with us.
Hey, don't I know you?
No. No, I don't see. No, you're mistaken. No more questions. You're coming with us. There's someone who wants to talk to you.
I know my rights. You gotta tell me if you're cops.
This is
Do they
why I
have the
question his
Miranda
lineage. You don't know who he's been with before.
Do they have the Miranda rights in the courtrooms?
I mean,
No, it's not the time.
it's actually at that time where you hear the familiar sound of sirens as one of the Republic City Police Department. Basically, you hear the sound of metal cables shooting out, and a couple of the officers come down and land. As you are sitting at your quarry, she's still holding on to him. Does anybody do anything before they get here?
I'm gonna try and melt the ice.
Okay.
So it's like, no, we didn't mess up the city at all. I'm just gonna.
Sure.
We'll just
Like
caught our
in the
quarry.
background, you're like.
Does it seem like we have time to leave, or are they like right there?
You have maybe 30 seconds.
Okay, let's get out of here. Let's take him and let's go back
We
to
don't
the
need to-
base.
Yeah.
We don't need to run.
Well, the Republic City Police are the ones that are probably going to be.
They will take
Take.
Custody?
We'll take.
instead of us.
Yes.
We
Yeah.
will not.
Are we gonna get in trouble? Well,
No.
If we get caught,
I'm not.
I
am not. The police don't bother me. Okay, I'm not running from them. I'm running from them. I'm tired.
well, Mika's the chosen one. What do you think?
Yeah, Mika. What's your opinion?
I'm sorry.
Reed?
Do you?
No.
So do you guys want to?
Oh, I turned to the.
I think-
Oh, by the way,
I-
I also turned to the audience and say, by the way, Quacha, he, him.
Oh yes.
I just
There you
need to
go.
say-
I think.
The audience is right there.
I think it's come to like an unsaid agreement that Mika's the leader. It's Team Mika.
That is our goal exactly with catching.
So with catching him, you basically get bragging rights with Bolin.
Yeah.
So this was probably done. A series of events happened where Satsuki convinced you that this was the right idea, and probably convinced you that, hey, you know what? If we do this, we'll get more jobs later. And that whole thing about you becoming the next ambassador and stuff, you don't have to deal with that. There's another path for you.
Of course.
Oh, sorry, I forgot to ask you guys. What are your playbooks? Because that way you know what your roles are in the story.
yeah.
Playbooks? I don't need a
shouldn't get-
playbook. I'm the guardian of Mika.
There
That is my role. There. You have it.
Quadra is the guardian, obviously.
I am the successor.
You're the successor.
I am the icon.
Satsuki the rogue.
The road.
And I am the prodigy.
Nice.
The goal is to catch him and do what with it.
Oh, you basically take him in to the Republic City Police and get a commendation.
Oh, so
So
our goal
they're
is
coming.
to take him into the
Yes.
place?
So,
Okay. then
More
in that
acclimated.
case, it would just be more to like control the situation so there's
I thought
not
we had to,
slipping
like,
and
take
sliding
that
and
thing
Yeah.
But you know what? I'm aggressively not anti-police, but I don't recognize their authority. They don't.
It's at that point when you say that Lin Beifeng shows up,
Anyway,
and so she is the current chief of the Republic City Police. What is going on now?
Did I succeed in melting all of the ice before they got there?
could I?
Cool.
find something to slow the slip sliding and all of that. Like,
Oh,
are we still out of control? Of
I
that?
will engage
Matt,
and talk with her while everybody's doing this physical stuff.
I'm talking
I
to
will
her.
engage and
I
talk.
beg your pardon, but this great band of people here have helped apprehend this person here. Without the greatness of them chasing down, throwing things in the path or whatever, this would not have been possible.
Okay. She's like, you're the ambassador's daughter of the Northern Water Tribe?
Yes.
You're a bodyguard?
Yes, of course.
Why are you, and you see her like, there a metal cable, like, wraps around Ping, and a couple of metal bands just go put his things together. He's like, I know my rights! And then the metal band goes around his mouth. We've been trying to catch this guy for a week now.
I know, it only took us a couple days.
Aren't you familiar? You look familiar to me.
We've met before.
Huh.
But make sure that you're aware that that's our caller. We got him.
Sure.
Not you. I don't like this.
Oh my.
I think we should take him. I don't know.
We appreciate the Republic Police and all that you do to keep everything safe. Thank you very much for everything you do.
Madame Bei Fong, the great Bolin, asked us to do this, and we've succeeded.
Oh, Lynn. I see.
He's expecting us.
Fine. She kind of looks at you.
I don't like you either.
I'll deal with Bolin. And she turns and then says, "Thank you for your service." And the Republic City Police take Ping in. Chief Beifeng actually goes and kind of starts talking to some people, and you see that there is a crowd that's starting to gather because obviously some ruckus has happened over here. There's a curry merchant asking for compensation over in the area.
Curry.
I think work that we should walk away from here.
Okay.
Guys,
Do you want for dinner? I don't want
a
curry.
filter? Like, that was all good and fun, but like,
I don't know what you're talking about. That's how I just react when the cops are around.
Okay.
I said we go find Bubba.
So what you've just done is actually do a move called calling someone out.
Oh.
So when you openly call on someone to live up to the principle, to shift your balance away from center, then name and roll with their principle. On a hit, they're called to act as you say. They must either do it or mark a condition. On a 7 through 9, they challenge your view of the world in turn. You mark 1 fatigue, or they shift your balance as they choose. On a miss, they can demand you act in accordance with one of your principles instead. Mark a condition or act as they request.
okay.
So this is going to be calling out the principles of your friend here, Show.
Which is progress or tradition. And
So-
tradition would have
That
been
would be, yeah.
tradition would have been me showing proper respect and difference to the police.
So you get
I'm
to roll.
actually my balance is on the side of progress.
What am I rolling?
You're rolling 2 dice. And then, so when you openly call on someone up to lift to the principle, you shift your balance away from center. Then name and roll with the principle. So which, because you have to use your
Yeah.
balance in order
Yeah,
to shift.
That would probably be towards my roll, honestly.
Okay. Okay, so this is your roll. So what are your principles as an icon?
Roll.
Yes, no.
So what are your principles? So
My
it's-
responsibilities
Uh-huh.
or my
no, you're
My
black and white fish.
roll is the blackfish and freedom is the whitefish.
So this would be basically your roll. So you're gonna shift toward your roll.
Okay.
On your balance, so you're no longer on center, but you called him out in order to see if you can do that. So you roll your dice.
Okay.
Okay, try not to
Would
die.
Add +1, right?
Yeah.
Because she's rolling roll.
Yep. How'd you do?
8.
8. Okay, so that's from a 7 to 9. You challenge your view of the world in turn. So your challenge his view of the world just now. You get to mark 1 fatigue or shift your balance.
Me?
Yes.
I'll mark it. You're exhausting is what you are.
I'm the exhausted one.
I'm like, sorry, I guess. I it just gets gets me when people come up to me and just assume they're in charge.
It's fine. I just
Yeah. At this point, you guys are walking
matters.
away.
Yeah, we're having this conversation.
Unfortunately, public perception matters. So that was fun. That was very fun.
Maybe we should check in with Bolin and see if he has another quest for us.
I agree.
So as you guys go, where does everybody stay in the city? Does everybody live at Mika's house, or what's going on?
I probably 'cause in the show, like they stay like at the gym. No, I don't stay there anymore.
I mean, you could have a small place somewhere, but it's like you are doing this in order to make ends meet.
Yeah.
Could all live in a big loft like some sort of like sitcom.
Yeah.
I was like, there's no big giant loft like this for that anybody could afford. It is in this show.
Yeah. So what do you? So you live obviously in the ambassador's house. Do these guys live with you at the guest house or something?
How long do you think we've like known each other? Like, do you think you've like asked me pro bending stuff, and we've like maybe we have like worked at a gym or something?
I mean, Satsuki would have something in the city, like a place of her own. Probably not too big. But she'd probably have met up with you and you're working on combos or whatever.
Okay.
Cool.
So,
Okay, so you guys have like a small place above a gym or something like that.
sure.
Yeah. And then, Sho, where do you live in the city?
I have a small apartment.
Okay.
And work basically apartment and work floor.
Sure. Okay, so as you guys walk, you're generally heading off toward where you are. Is there anything you want to do as far as like a debrief of what just happened? What you want to do? Talk to each other.
I think I would probably like if we haven't gone too far already, I would probably actually go help the curry stand guy a little bit.
Okay.
I think.
Okay.
What
It's going
happened?
to turn back.
But
While we're heading back towards the curry merchant where he is, can I pickpocket somebody, on the way and just kind of so I can repay the curry merchant?
I see. So,
a bad deed turning into
what are your principles?
So, principle-wise, I've got that's the balance, right?
The dishes.
I have friendship and survival.
Okay, so this will definitely shift you to survival.
Yeah.
So go ahead and mark your balance over toward survival, and I'll have you roll with let's say focus, because you're going to be trying to get this right. So you're going to be, I'm going to say, if we're using the parlance of the system, you'd be seizing a position.
Yep. The flame would be
It's a
6,
six, yeah.
right?
Yep.
Okay. 7 then.
7. Okay, so you succeed in getting pickpocketed, but you see like the curry merchant just like staring daggers at you, like you think he saw what you just did.
Okay.
You pickpocketed his wife.
Just complicating his life, man.
Yeah.
Here you go.
that's why to begin with.
Yeah. So what do you do to help the curry merchant?
How is it destroyed? Is it like the thing itself is destroyed, or was there just like?
If you've ever seen
curry
a curry stand, it's basically curry is on a huge wicker bowl, and then it's a big cone of stuff. So one of the cones basically just got knocked over, and so there's a huge mess.
Yeah.
First of all, so all the curry is like everywhere. There's a little cloud still around the ground, and there's and basically that was just a lot of curry that just got spilled.
Mika, do you think you could like? I would say maybe I would like earth bend, maybe like a split in the earth to let it delve into the earth a little bit and then
Okay.
close it off. Just
So
to
you're
kinda, like,
you're
clean it
making
up
a
little bit.
So
you're making a
essentially,
little
like, help
dustpan.
with cleaning up.
And help it clean it up.
Yeah.
Okay, so you basically you do some earth bending, and really quickly a
Seeps into the
like a small bit of the ground basically goes like that, and then it all seeps into the thing, and you're slowly getting the curry to go there. But it's powder, so it takes a little time to do that.
Could I aid in that process? He did ask.
You could possibly, but it's powder, so if you add water, it'll be
Right. No.
it'll be pretty rough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I burn the powder?
Um,
Would that make
it
a
would.
bigger problem?
This whole area smells
It smells-
delicious.
yeah, exactly.
As this scene goes through, you see me walking up there where the merchant is, and the person that you just pickpocketed, and me just putting something back in their pocket.
Nice, nice.
So as this is all going on, I kind of walk by. put
What
my-
are your principles?
Alright, making me laugh. Oh my god, don't do that to me.
The black and white fish.
I know. Self-reliance and trust.
Okay, so do you think this would be more of your self-reliance, or is trying to establish
Well,
trust
my
in
whole
the community?
goal, everything about me is to be a protector and
Sure.
to basically be polite and
Yeah.
reasonable.
I got you. So let's say let's shift you towards trust on that. That way, people will trust your group because you're trying to make a name for yourselves, and depending on how you feel about Mika's role as a future ambassador for the Northern Water Tribe, that basically is going to be your.
Well, that's why I do this, because this reflects upon our group as a whole.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
And therefore, this cannot mess up her ambitions to be the best.
Let me ask you this: is Quacha saying that out loud?
What?
Everything you just said. Did he say it out loud, or is it just something he does?
Oh, it's just something I did.
Okay, cool. I just wanted to know how preachy your character was.
Oh, no. I'm very polite,
Oh
so
my
I'm not
God.
preachy.
Okay.
That's
I
awesome.
say that. This is one of those word balloons that goes up
Okay.
while I'm doing something
Okay.
that I say to myself, and I don't let her know that
Okay.
I saw it, and it's like, whatever. I just clean up the messes.
Right. Okay.
No, not preaching.
Okay, so all of that stuff happens.
I don't contribute this
You're all there. Show, is there anything you want to contribute to this, or are you just letting everybody?
No, I'm letting everybody do stuff. I'm like while everybody's like cleaning up and stuff, I'm like, I wonder what Bolin's doing right now.
Honestly, I'm probably looking around, just
Super excited to see.
seeing if
Bolin.
there's anything interesting about. Honestly,
Sure.
because
I wonder if he's making
I
another
can't
move.
do much helping cleaning up. This is all better.
Right?
I don't know. Everything was exciting, so
Sure.
I'm not.
Well, you do.
Did you see the last mover to Bolin?
Do you remember that
Not
when
as good as
you
the
guys
third
last spoke?
I saw the third one.
It was called Winds and Fate. It's good.
Last time you guys spoke with Bolin, you remember that you had an appointment with him tomorrow at Dancing Dan's. It's a noodle place
Okay.
because all of our games started in a noodle place. I'm like,
I think Bolin should do another, what's it called?
Knock Tuck?
Knock Tuck. Yeah.
But no,
That's a great series.
you asked what he looked like. It's more like the Luke Cage look,
All right, nice.
with the kimono and everything on there
Nice.
like that, and just one eye on the rogue and one eye on me. Her, I have to keep to our trust with everybody is good.
Yeah.
Her, I'm sworn to protect,
Nice.
and everybody as a whole, I'm making sure succeeds.
Wonderful. Okay.
We don't make your life
I have a
very
busy
easy,
day.
do we?
Oh no. There's a place in hell for people like that. I'm there.
I wanna float an idea by Bolin. See
Okay.
if we can make a series of movies that all exist in the same universe.
The Bolin cinematic universe.
Yeah.
BCU.
Nut puts together like a team of heroes.
Uh-huh.
Maybe super. No.
No.
Nobody buy that.
Just heroes.
Yeah. Just heroes.
Well, he is personal friends with the Avatar, so that might be
Well,
something he's interested in. So you guys know that you have that the night is yours if you want to do anything. If not, I assume you guys all will reconvene in the morning. Yes.
Did anybody take fatigue?
Yes.
So
Yes.
this would be a situation where we would ask each other if anybody wants to guide and comfort.
That's correct. Yes.
Also,
So I've taken a fatigue.
I have no.
Please
I
take
have,
it.
I have.
And this is basically where all of the role playing would
Yeah.
come in. Like, how do you guide and comfort each other? How do you say "good job, team"? and that's one of the things that you can do.
Good move with the ice.
Oh,
Nice.
thank you. Very clever. You very quick thinking.
As I said earlier, everything came about because everyone did their role.
And then that's it. That's the night.
No.
Nobody guided and comforted.
No,
Show.
I go to shows.
No
like,
love for show.
Show. It doesn't always work out. That's okay. It's like when you're trying to scan a mark and they just wander off. It happens. It happens.
So I believe it is a roll. So whoever's guiding and comforting someone else has to roll 2d6 harmony.
Okay.
Correct.
So who's helping whom here?
He's helping you,
Okay.
and she's helping you.
Perfect.
And nobody's helping me. I'm fatigued.
Are you fatigued?
Yep, I'm kissing that guy.
No, I can help you on
Had
that
to.
one. Because
Is it?
I got nice skids
On a
curry.
So on a hit, then they embrace your guiding comfort. They can clear a condition or 2 fatigue, and you can ask one question that they must answer honestly.
Wow.
So who is guiding and comforting who in this?
I'm guiding and comforting.
I'm
Okay.
gonna help.
Okay, Chris.
So let's resolve each one.
Okay,
Then.
I got.
You got a 4.
It's
So
with, you said with harmony.
yes,
Yeah.
harmony.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're just
So
not good.
That's
Good
okay.
job.
so
Good job with the ice.
yeah. So the results is basically that you don't clear your fatigue.
That's okay.
You can respond in any way you'd like.
I think she.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Is that
Much like in real
sarcasm?
life, social awkwardness is a dice roll.
God, no. No.
So,
I need to talk to my player.
you're saying that enough. Never feel that you're not worthy. You have chosen someone to spend your time with that is very much way out of your league, but yet you come to that league with honor.
He keeps on touching.
I respect
He keeps
you.
on touching the nub of your arm.
I do actually.
I think it's interesting that like we're betrothed, but we actually haven't talked about
No.
it.
I'm not letting you know that I know.
This has not
So
been.
anyway,
I trust.
I support you in any endeavor you do. And by the way, the curry was not an issue. You're great. So that was my company for him.
All right, cool. Roll your harmony, please.
And I have a +1 with my
That's good. I got a 2, so.
How'd you do?
7 + 1, 8.
8. Okay. Well, you could either embrace the guidance and clear a condition or fatigue. And
anyone
he-
that
he-
Mika speaks highly of
he can
is
ask you a
excellent
question.
in my book.
He can ask you a question that you must answer honestly,
Okay.
or you can shut him down.
So,
And-
I've heard the rumors about you and Mika. Is it true?
What's
You just answered it. Thank you.
what?
I think she'd jump in.
That was my
because
suspicion.
this
By the
is
way,
extremely
Alan,
awkward.
that was my suspicious mind.
Okay. Well, what was it that you rolled total?
8.
8. Okay. So you answered his question honestly. You do get to clear your fatigue.
Yep.
All right. Who's next?
At that point, I would have jumped in very quickly because this is getting awkward. And no, I just picked. I never doubted for a second that you would succeed. I know I complicated things a little. It was impressive as always. I got a 7.
Okay. You got a 7.
Good, clear, good.
To
Yeah.
Quacha. Quacha, you can either embrace her guidance and clear your fatigue, or you can shut her down. Up to you.
Always in service to guard you.
Where's that?
Thank
You can ask him a question if you'd like.
What's your deal?
Not you, Mika. Mika was guiding and comforting. Sho was awkwardly eating a rice cake.
That's enough from you. That's enough, show.
I think it's
You don't have to ask a question.
No.
You can if you want to.
I think it would be like you do know that you aren't. Like, I hope I'm not being too much of a burden. Like you can, like
tough questions
Yeah.
to ask.
I know. this
Especially if
is-
he has to answer
I
honestly.
know. I know.
Is it weird that they're talking
You
like
are
you're right
destined
there?
you are destined for greatness. Anything that I do in the service of you achieving that goal is not a burden.
Oh, okay. That probably makes her like blush and look away, honestly. And probably going to catch up with those two.
Sure. Okay, and who else was it? Were you doing a guide cover? as well?
I
He was-
attempted for
she was
Chris,
gonna
but I
do
got
it
like
for
a
me.
2.
Okay.
No. So what did you say? It's like, here, let me give you a hand. Oh, was that what it was?
That's not.
Really?
No, I was saying, don't worry, guys. I mean, listen, show things happen. Sometimes you're, watching them mark as they go by and just
And
catch
then
the wind.
and then she looks at you and says, "High five."
High five.
Oh, sorry.
Air five.
All right.
Oh my god.
And
Like
we'll leave it at that awkward
Like
moment.
the entire episode of The Beach.
And we'll leave it at that moment.
Interesting. Okay.
What is it? Do you guys want to do anything else during the night before you meet in the morning?
Maybe like as we're walking back, we're just like chit chatting.
Sure.
About
Yeah.
Bending?
bending.
I would say that we agree up to meet at Bolin's office tomorrow morning.
Sure.
But
Sure.
I thought weren't we
You
supposed
guys
to
have a lunch
Yeah,
appointment at
yeah.
Benson.
Oh,
Yes.
okay, never mind.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I'm gonna say.
Sorry, I don't
I'll
have a watch.
suggest to Palu. So as we're heading back, do you want to try some? I got a couple of new stunts
Okay.
that we could try out.
We'll have to see if they're
'Cause-
legal.
Can I ask you a question,
Yes.
Sasuke? You guys need a waterbender for your pro
Dude.
bending.
Yeah.
Have you been trying to get Mika to be your waterbender for your pro bending team?
I think
we've
low
talked about
level.
Okay.
We've talked about it. We
haven't
haven't
brought it up
necessarily
yet.
brought it up to Mika
Okay.
yet
It's
because
a
Sure.
we just, I know she's definitely at that level, but we need to work on
Yeah.
teamwork,
We gotta work on our-
strategy, structure.
I mean,
And
if
then-
the avatar can be
Yeah.
a pro bender, why can't Ambassador's daughter?
Yeah, that's
As
true.
we talk about bending, I pull out the sword that's the size of one of us. The humongous broadsword, and I just polish it. Having spent a long time in the monastery, that's how he is. So
So
let's keep
He
everything
just-
polished and
The camera just goes from you guys talking over to
Me just polishing.
Quadra just sharpening a blade.
and I look up every now and then at them. And then go back down to what I was doing.
So Alan,
Yeah.
I'm trying to include Palu in one of my bad habits, which
Okay.
is
oh.
daredevil stunts.
Okay.
Oh no!
So how does that work?
So, if I indulge in a bad habit with a friend, I
Yes.
can shift my balance towards friendship
Okay.
and roll on friendship. On a hit, then we pull it off and we grow closer. Each of us makes the other inspired.
Okay.
And on a 10 plus, we can obtain some useful information and become prepared. If
Okay.
We need to.
What is the daredevil stunt that you're trying to talk Paolo into?
Okay, so I want Palu to launch me into the air, and then when I start throwing fire shurikens all around, he's going to shoot various earth projectiles in the opposite direction.
Okay.
Okay.
So make an AoE attack.
Okay. I think I'll be and then go for it.
Sure.
But then afterward, be we can't do that, right?
Oh right.
That's not illegal.
Let's see. So as you guys do that, let's roll to see if you did it.
Okay.
Go ahead and make your roll.
Street
What
rules.
is?
Okay.
Do I roll?
Street rules for professional bending.
No, I just rolled.
Well,
friendship.
she's rolling
Sure,
to indulge her daredevilness.
Okay, that's a 7,
Okay.
but my balance track is -1.
Okay.
So 6.
6. Okay. And then
On a miss, something goes terribly awry, and we can either heal or heat. Wait. On a miss, something goes terribly awry. You can either take the heat yourself or shift your balance twice towards survival to leave your friend in the lurch. So I guess
Okay.
I'll.
so part of this tingling in the back of your mind. Actually, it's more of show, probably going. You guys know it's illegal to do this in the middle of the street. Because
I was gonna wait till we got back to the gym.
Oh, you go back to the gym. I'm sorry. In my mind, you guys.
Sorry, yeah.
You guys are practicing.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We went back to practice.
They went
Okay.
to practice.
All right, never mind then on that part. But let's do this. Let's have you roll to see if you succeed or fail, and that'll flavor your failure.
8.
Okay.
Plus anything or no?
So, well, plus your, let's give it, I'll let you decide. Would this be a passion roll or a creativity roll?
I would probably pick passion, but I would think almost in a way
Because
Paula would do focus.
Focus, okay.
So I would just be focusing, making sure it's like being done correctly
Yeah.
and like very I don't know, I can't think of the word.
Surgically?
No, not surgically, but anyway.
Okay.
just being done correctly.
Okay.
So.
In the way that you've done it.
You're very methodical in how you proceed through yourself.
Okay, so describe the stunt to me for your part in the earthbending.
Yeah, what? So I'm launching you up with like the earthbending, like boom or whatever.
The earth
like,
pillar?
Like, okay.
So like
And then-
earth
okay.
pillar me, and then you can make the ground so that it like shifts, and then I'll take care of like the air, and we can move our opponents where we want them to. That's how I'm kind of visioning this, you know?
At this point, show you realize that that's not a thing that happens in pro bending at all.
That I've never seen. This must be one of those street program bending.
Yeah.
Okay. What's
So-
my focus? Like a 10.
You got a 10? Okay. So let's say you succeed really well. You're earthbending, you've practiced for a long time. You were a pro bender.
Yeah.
So you do exactly what you think she wants you to do.
Yeah.
So you launch her into the air at a 45-degree angle.
Yeah.
What were you trying to do?
I'm just trying to like, scatter some fire in among like the field,
Sure.
generally.
So you're trying to basically make like tendrils of fire go
Yeah.
along the thing. Great. So as you launch her into the air, she goes boom, and there's like a cool little tendril of fire that goes down on the ground, and she's like, I didn't plan on how to land.
Okay.
And,
Okay.
and she
That's
just
what I thought.
biffs it.
Okay.
Right? She lands, rolls a little bit.
That was
Go ahead,
awesome.
Mark II fatigue.
Oh dear.
Hey, so that was fun. Your fire isn't supposed to be longer than a second.
Oh,
Probin.
right.
It can't have like a flamethrower
Okay, that's important.
next time.
Keep in mind.
And I can't really launch you. I can only use the discs on the field. Yeah. But in combat,
Hey,
we got a new move.
there you go.
Just have to practice it.
We'll have to practice. You'll have.
You know what? Let's get Mika in on this. That's a landing strategy.
Alright, there you go. So,
Oh, by the way,
yes.
the camera cuts to me still doing this. I'm like,
still shaking.
yeah,
Quach
Quach
is
is
like,
like no good.
Quach is sitting at Mika's, the ambassador's house, and he's like, no.
exactly. They're up to no good.
Okay. So, unless anybody wants to do anything else tonight, the morning will come, and you guys will all meet at your designated spot, which is probably outside of Mika's dad's house, the ambassador's mansion.
Looking at my
So-
Can we tell that you had a little bit of
She has a little bit of road rash.
Yeah.
What happened
A
to
little
you?
bit, a lot bit.
Question to fatigue then.
Yes.
Does that go away with time, or is that
Yeah.
only?
You like runners? So I'll say this: if you slept during the night, you clear one fatigue.
Okay,
And read it.
that's nice.
So when you're given the choice to
If
get
you're
your-
resting for a night in a comfortable space, you clear 4 fatigue.
Yeah.
So
Would my apartment be a comfortable space?
I don't know. Maybe is it?
To me.
Okay, then yes.
To me.
You can
Cool.
you can clear 2 fatigue, I'll say.
Okay, thanks.
Okay. So everybody's good?
Yeah.
All right. So the morning's yours. You guys all meet up. You see that Satsuki has a brand new like road rash. She kind of looks like she's cosplaying Firelord Zuko at the moment,
Oh,
but it's on the wrong side of her face.
Ah.
I don't say anything.
What happened to you?
She needs to work on her landing.
Yes. The training, practice, it went great until it didn't. I need to remember if you go up, you gotta come down.
You gotta be more careful.
Um,
Take risks like that, stuff happens, and then you end up going home missing something.
Wise advice.
Why do you think?
Make sure you say it louder. So
Why do you think he said that?
Personal experience.
Oh right.
So, the morning's yours. Do you guys go out for breakfast? Do you do anything, or is everybody just taking care of themselves and they go?
I say we just take off and walk. You can grab breakfast from a vendor on the way.
Sure. You guys get a turtle duck egg sandwich from one of the local vendors. It's
Turtle.
turtle duck egg.
I'll make turtle duck egg.
Yeah. And you guys, it's delicious.
Turtle duck egg McMuffin.
It's a. They have strips of porcupine on there. And it makes it nice and crispy, but with the egg yolk, it kind of goes really well. So, at Republic City is yours. What would you like to do and see? Fill the time while you're in there. I would assume that the
Well, I thought we were going to go see Berlin.
yeah lunch.
Yeah.
But you are in
We had breakfast first.
you are in the central district where a lot of the finance and a lot of the things are, unless you want your mansion somewhere else.
no, that's fine.
Okay. So you guys know that the pro betting arena is in UA Bay, and if you guys are walking around downtown, you can go there. The central district is pretty much where City Hall, police headquarters, Avatar Cora Park is. A bunch of places everywhere that you can go in Republic City. Is there any place that you want to see? Because they still haven't really seen the whole city yet.
Oh. Mika, do you want to go anywhere? Explore? It's been a while since we've really, looked at different places here.
I've lived here for a long time. I've never actually been scared. I talk about it all the time. But
That makes sense because not everybody gets to go to Air Temple Island.
uh,
Although you could charter a ferry and you could actually take a tour.
that'd be
Exploring sounds fun. Don't know where to, but sure.
I think there's a pro bending game tonight. Do you think we should take her?
Yes, introduce the concept slowly.
Yeah. We can't.
Make sure you guys speak up for the.
Sorry. I'm trying to whisper.
Yeah.
Whisper shout.
Give me a stage whisper.
We will slowly introduce this concept. It'll be grand. Let's start. Amiko, how do you like going to the park? Avatar Cora Park is lovely this time of year.
Sounds fun.
What time of year is it?
This is toward the summer.
Okay.
So it is a beautiful day in
Oh,
Republic
yeah.
City. It is.
Beautiful day in Republic City.
Yes. Last time.
Oh goodness.
So it is a beautiful day in Republic City. You are taking a slow meandering walk through the central district of Republic City, where a lot of the spirit vines of the city have kind of creeped up around the buildings and all that fun stuff. Avatar Cora Park, basically because there's a giant statue of of Avatar Cora there. But if you ask anybody in Republic City, it's just called the park.
Yep.
The park, right? So it's like if you go to New York, you don't go like, "Yeah, you want to go to Central Park?" No, you just go to the park.
Go to the park.
Right? So, but because only tourists call it Avatar Park, but basically the sprawling verdant commons has a bunch of public lawns, gardens, streams, has a statuary, has some training grounds actually, barbecue pits, athletic fields, any number of free or low cost activities open to all. There, some of the things happen where there are like free dance classes or free self-defense classes in the park. There's a lot of people playing Pai Sho. And there's a bunch of historical reenactors as well.
I would like to play Pai Sho.
All right, then you will find yourself in that area of the park where there are the stone Pai Sho boards. So Palu actually just takes you guys and says, "There's the Pai Sho stuff," and then just walks towards.
Have you ever played Pai Sho? Any of you?
Yes. Pretty good.
Great.
Yeah.
Would you teach me?
That's on you.
What was that? I think I heard someone call my name.
No.
What was that?
What?
Actually, as you guys are there, you actually hear somebody criticizing Julie Moon, President Moon's rise to power and connections to corporations, and what about the triple threat triad as well.
No, what did they say about the triple threat?
Oh, they're criticizing them because they actually were talking about like how the triple threats tried to take over the land around the spirit portal, and Korra basically had ousted them from there. But a lot of times, basically what's happening is like they're speaking in prose almost, and you realize this is something that you have learned actually, Quachu, is the Wandering Mask truth. The Wandering Mask truth basically is it's like a bunch of activist plays that are happening in the park. The spirit and the triad is basically what they're doing. They're reenacting through prose and play the actions of Tortuga and him being ousted out of the spirit portal by Avatar Korra.
So Two-Toed Prairie was with the triple threat, correct?
Two-Toed Ping, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, he was with the triple
Oh,
threats.
he couldn't parry. So
Yeah. And actually, you know this from that. Your friend Sasuke actually was a triple threat at one point in time as well.
Okay. Yeah. I have his name right. Yeah.
I'd listen for a minute and be like, judging their accuracy. Like, that was totally that's just exaggeration. We weren't that organized.
Well, seeing as
Give me a focus roll.
Okay.
Everybody?
Yeah, sure.
okay,
Oh, you're actually rolling.
one of the things is
Focus.
since one of the things is like searching for hidden histories and artifacts, that kind of stuff. I think she's actually listening very closely to what people say. And
Okay.
she's not saying anything. She's just like
Huh.
listening to the disagreements and
Sure.
just absorbing.
Right.
9.
9.
10.
10. 8.
9.
9.
Oh,
Okay.
hold on.
Wow.
Focus is 13.
13. Wow. Jeez.
Lord.
So,
I'm good at 2 things. That is one of them.
so as you are watching, those of you that got above a 7, like,
It's everybody.
right? Look, well, let me finish. So as you
Way to go, show.
as you guys are looking, you kind of get entranced by the play, but those of you that got a 10 or higher, you actually notice that there's a bunch of like cloaked figures, like in disparate spots around the play itself, and you actually see that the those of you that got over a 7 but not over a 10, you actually kind of it flashes in your mind, but then you go back to and start watching the play. You go back to playing Pai Sho.
Okay.
And 10 and above, we notice the cloaked figures lurking about.
Yeah, there's about 5 of them that are just kind of there. What did you get?
It was 9.
A 9? Okay.
Do they seem to be like paying attention to the?
Yeah, it looks like they're kind of so you with a 13, I'm gonna say and a 10. You guys see that the tone of the play starts getting a little bit more
Antagonistic.
nervous.
Oh, nervous.
Yeah,
Ooh.
they start to get a little bit nervous as you guys are looking at the as you're watching it. You notice that the actors are kind of like looking side to side and like at each other, and a lot of their delivery is very quick instead of the
They're
pace
trying
before.
to finish it.
Roll with focus.
Roll a 4.
So
Apparently you rolled a 3.
Yeah, for the cactus juice.
cactus juice.
Um,
You can do it, or maybe you can't. I don't know. Maybe you need an adult.
Do you need an assist?
You can't roll over
I
a
just, like-
7.
Because it's so
Did
full.
you help
Like,
him?
anyway.
there we go.
Yeah, it's gonna be a whole thing.
All right,
There we go.
We'll snap it.
Cut that out. Can we cut that out?
You can. Okay, so you guys notice that there is a sense of nervousness amongst the actors. If you guys decide to share that with the group, you can, or you can keep it to yourself.
That's great. It's interesting.
Yes. We don't seem to be the only ones watching. I would probably point them out quietly, and then I will honestly, is there a? I think she just moved to get like a, to like watch better, but
Sure.
in reality, get a better look and be a little closer to the.
Sure. So let me describe basically the park, where they are. It's an arena stage. So it's basically imagine like a crater in the ground where there's bleachers, right?
Mhm.
And then in the center is where the stage is. So you've actually started seeing the cloak figures like kind of coming down, and they're all wearing like this dark gray, almost black cape, and they're all kind of like walking almost in unison together. And there's a certain point where the actor that's playing Tortuga basically like kind of looks side to side, and he just bolts. He just starts to run away, and just screaming. Ah!
Okay. Do the cloaked figures?
It looks like they're like looking at each other as this is happening. So in this moment, what do you do?
Presuming I don't notice.
Okay.
I'm just.
Those of you that are watching the play, right? You place a tile on the pie show board, right? And are you guys at the pie show tables as well, or were you watching?
We're watching the play. We got
Okay.
distracted.
Right? Because you asked him if you could teach him,
Yeah.
and he just walked off. So,
Yeah,
He walks off,
Oh,
and then
what's
he
that?
noticed the play.
okay.
And he was like, distraction.
Okay, keeping my distance with her, I'm going to go over to the Python table where they're at like that,
Mhm.
and I'm going to go down the table. Nice game. Look at the guys in the black cloaks. Look at the guys in the black cloak.
And it's that moment that the guy runs off, and
Okay.
it looks like 3 of the black cloaks are running after that guy, and 2 of them are staying in things. But it looks like because the actor that was playing Tortuga ran off, it looks like they're like they look at each other and then they actually start to scatter as well, which creates a little bit of a scuffle because now everybody's like running, looking, and everybody's running off.
I mean,
And now a bunch of people, like 24 people, are like, ah, they're gonna run because this is Republic City. When you see people running, you want to run away from what they're running from.
When you see other people being chased.
Yeah. Well, because they've lived through a lot.
so don't know who these people are. This is curious.
Mhm.
I'm curious if they have a way I can't learn anything.
Sure.
Can I kind of accidentally get in the way and trip on them?
Sure.
With
Let's
those figures?
let's say that you jump in. Go ahead and give me a strike. Roll with passion.
Now, Alan,
Yes.
are these cloaks familiar to any of us?
What do you mean?
like, because I've been in Republic City for a while,
Mhm.
and not the nicest of places.
Give me an
Whatever.
assess the situation.
Okay.
So you're gonna roll with creativity. You can, if you roll on a 7 to 9, you can ask me a question and I can answer. On a 10 plus, you can ask 2.
Creativity.
So the questions are: what here can I use to, or what is the biggest threat? What should I be on the lookout for? What's my best way in and out through? Or who or what is the greatest danger?
Great.
So you have 7 on the die.
And that's a plus, so 8.
8. Okay. So you can ask me one question.
Okay.
Hmm?
What's the biggest threat?
Biggest threat? These guys.
Great.
Because you would know this is kind of a pattern that you've seen before. Because as a formal triple threat, this is something you would do to try to surround somebody.
Sure.
Yes.
10 minus 1 is 9.
Okay. 9 for the strike.
Yes.
Okay. Let's see. We'll mark him down. Are you trying to just trip him?
Yes, I would like to. Yes.
Okay. So how do you trip him? You just stick out your foot,
Oh,
or you?
I kind of stumble a little bit.
Oh.
And,
Okay. Cool.
yeah, I don't want to make it seem like I'm just purposefully sticking.
Sure. You kind of like, because you were standing on one of the bleachers and stuff, and you kind of put yourself in the way. Oh, I'm sorry.
Exactly.
And he runs right into you,
Uh-huh.
and he kind of opens up his cloak a little bit. You see, there's a bunch of looks like throwing knives.
Oh, lovely.
On a bandolier underneath his
Wonderful.
cloak. Can you roll me let's see.
No.
Observe. Give me either creativity or harmony,
Okay.
and then or focus, depending on what your thing is, because you're basically ready
Six.
to defend. Mika
Adding
all the
1.
time.
6.
6 total. Okay. You see Mika like run into somebody, and you see a flash of metal underneath their cloak, and this guy is just kind of like,
Well, I was already keeping my distance with her always.
sure.
Anyway.
So you actually see Mika's in danger.
So as soon as she bumps into the guy,
Uh-huh.
I don't see what's in his cloak or whatever.
Yeah.
But he gets up and opens his coat up.
So basically, he does that, and yes, he kind of flourishes his
And as soon as he opens his coat up, then he will notice that I'm now between him and her.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So that would basically be a seize a position. That's basically you're going to be going to a new location.
Yes.
You jump in, and all of a sudden, your guardian is in between you and dude. So you
And I
cast
got-
summon Quacha.
I tend to do that on accident
Yeah.
more often than I'd like.
Good.
Quadra, yeah, I was gonna say Quadra deploy.
Show. What do you do?
I yell out to these guys. Well, playing Pike Show and
I'm right
show-
next to you.
it's like, make sure Mika's okay. I'm gonna follow this guy who's running, and I'm actually gonna stay behind because I'm just observing, see what they're gonna do with the guy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to jump in until I know that they're actually a threat
Yeah.
to the guy, but I'm gonna be tailing behind.
I didn't roll a 7 or higher, so I didn't see the weapon, so I
Sure.
didn't pull my weapon.
Okay. So you
And
see.
I got my backpack full of strange equipment.
Sure. Right. Your go bag.
My go bag. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So
this is lovely.
as you're so you actually are running after the guy, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a roll of focus. Or yeah.
7.
Okay. You're keeping pace. You're not actually gaining on the guy.
Yeah.
Though, okay. So you're over there. What is Pilu doing? Palu? Sorry.
Palu.
Palu.
I say
Paul.
to the people I'm playing Pie Show with, I apologize. I must forfeit.
All right. Nice.
I say thank you for the game.
All right.
And then
Okay.
and then I run off with my friends.
Okay.
To adventure.
Yeah, I think so. Visualizing it, there's the stage or whatever, and everybody's going down.
Yeah.
Like that way, I'm presuming, right?
Yeah. So away from you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I want to try and what was it called? Bolster or hinder? Yeah.
Sure.
and then try to like sink somebody, like
Okay.
hold somebody into the ground.
All right. Go ahead and give me creativity or harmony, whichever one is better for you.
Harmony at a +0.
All right.
That is a 7.
7. Okay.
Oh, God.
So you actually create a divot, like as the guy's going. He basically comes down. He actually rolls and back up. Looks like you actually created like a reason for him to just knock off his cloak. And you see this guy actually has a suit on that is very much just like looks like a student's outfit, but it's but he has like a bandolier of throwing knives, and he basically has when he tripped, he basically turned it into a rolling thing where he threw off his cloak so he can get at his knives a little bit better.
Okay.
You inadvertently helped him. Yeah.
Sounds about right.
But he is I'm gonna say he is off balance a little bit. So he will have the status impaired because he actually has taken the thing off. He's taken his cloak off. What is it that you're doing?
I'd be chasing after one of them, or like if there's anyone that's clustering the cloaks.
Okay.
So I'd head straight for him.
Okay, so there's 2 that are staying.
Sure.
One of which is being engaged by Quacha already.
Yeah.
And so you're gonna go for the other one?
Yeah.
Okay, so you go for the other one, and basically as they go into the run and getting into that, it looks like that guy takes off his cloak, and it looks like it is actually one of your previous triad,
Companions.
I guess senpai.
Sure.
You know, they're an older guy. This is Mim, who's known for he's known as Mim the Butcher. But so his name is Mim the Butcher. You know, his name is Mim the Butcher, but you know that it's not because he's actually like a barbarian or anything. It's because he actually used to be a butcher.
Sure. So he might be a bad guy, but he's not a bad guy.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. He actually locks eyes with you. He's like,
I'm like, Min, what's going on?
this guy's talking crap about the triad.
So?
I'm still part of the triad.
But bro, when did we ever have words as something that was hard enough to hurt us? When I was part of the triad, that wasn't the thing.
So what are you trying to do?
I'm trying to persuade him that, like, if they're just talking bad, really, his reputation should be better than that.
Okay.
Is that testing down?
Can you roll me a passion?
Okay, yeah.
Because what you're doing is pushing your luck.
Essentially. 9.
9. Okay. So you do it.
Okay.
So when you push your luck in a risky situation, you say what you want to do,
Sure.
and then you roll with passion.
Okay.
On a hit, you do it, but it costs you to scrape by.
Sure.
So basically, you're like, "Come on, man! What's wrong? What's wrong with this?" And he basically says, "I'm the boss now. Sorry." and he runs at you with a knife and says, "We gotta punctuate this." And he's like,
Punctuate.
Mm-hmm.
We've devolved to puns. All right.
and he's about to. He's about to
going to attempt to stab me.
to stab you. Yeah. So go ahead and tell me. We're gonna go around now for everybody. What you would like to do in this particular situation, in the situations you're in. So, for example, you are behind Quacha, who's there.
I see that.
I would say that you would have to, for this particular round, you would have to assess the situation for this.
They're
Which
not
would be
close.
my
They're not.
action.
This team
They're on
is
the
not
other
close
side,
to
yeah.
this. Okay, good.
Okay, which
Yeah.
would be my action.
Yes, that would be your action.
In that case, okay.
You're going to assess the situation?
Yes, because there was
Okay.
5 of them. I don't know where my friends are at.
Okay.
I do help.
Okay. Show, what do you do?
Oh, I'm continuing to run after I'm tailing that guy, but mostly keeping an eye out on him.
Mhm.
But while I'm doing that, I'm like taking off my backpack and strapping on some stuff onto my arm. I'm like onto my nub, and I'm like, my perfect opportunity to test out my latest invention.
Okay.
Oh no.
Okay.
This
Yeah.
will go wonderfully.
Yeah.
All right. So you're
Go
actually
get
getting
it.
ready.
Yeah.
So you're going to be rolling with focus.
Yep.
You're going to be rolling with creativity.
Oh, wow. Yay.
I'll be rolling.
What does Quacha do?
What is the guy in front of me doing?
Oh, he's pulling knives.
Flat roll. Yay.
Okay, as he's pulling knives, I will say, mine is bigger. And I pull out my giant broadsword.
Okay. Give me an intimidation, which is pressure. So you're gonna roll with passion. And what does Paulo do?
I'm gonna try to catch up, so I'm just gonna seize a position.
Seize a position. Okay. So you're gonna
'Cause
roll
I
focus.
feel like I'm still far behind.
Yeah. And then what does Satsuki do?
I'm going to. So he's coming at
Since
me
I'm
with a
a
knife.
big video game swords.
Can I just throw? Can I use one of my attacks?
Sure.
Okay. I have fire pinwheel,
Sure.
so I'd throw a spinning disc of pure flame.
Okay.
So then I'd mark a fatigue, and the target marks either 2 conditions or marks a fatigue and has to dodge the
Okay.
disc.
Which conditions are you trying to give him? So the
I'm
negative
trying
conditions,
to-
I assume.
Yeah.
Do you want to be stunned and trapped, impaired, or doomed? Like, how hard are you trying to hit this guy? I'll let you decide while that's happening. Okay, how was your assessment situation?
A flat 10.
Flat 10. Okay, well, you can get to ask 2 questions.
Okay. Is there
Here,
a list
right.
of
Yeah,
questions?
what here can I
yeah.
use to blank? Who or what is the biggest threat? What should I be on the lookout for? What's my best way in, out, through the situation? Who or what is the greatest danger?
Who or what is in the greatest danger?
Okay. So as you look, it looks like Satsuki is about to get stabbed.
Okay. Sorry.
No, that's fine. Take your time. Think of your next question.
Can I
Yes, go ahead.
please see the questions? My brain is
Can you-
struggling to.
Yeah, it's, I
It's
have
on
the-
here.
okay.
You got the basic
I
moves?
have the basic moves.
Okay, cool.
I was just looking at myself as well.
Sorry, it's one
It's
of those
on-
things my,
No, that's fair.
my brain can't.
It's in the
multitask,
it's in Appendix C,
Oh,
Ah.
I also
Yep.
have.
page 296.
96. That might give
Oh,
us.
your cheat sheet.
Also, there's a cheat sheet.
Here's your cheat sheet.
I wish I had the
Would it be statuses or conditions?
Conditions.
Okay.
So whenever you take health, or when you're given the choice between taking a what is it?
fatigue.
A fatigue.
Yeah.
You can choose to either mark a fatigue, or you can choose to mark a condition.
Okay. So
I think actually conditions are more fun, because then in order to get rid of a condition, you gotta do something. You gotta run away if you're scared, or
So I'm giving this guy 2 conditions.
Oh, man.
yeah.
Yeah. Good.
Okay, good.
Okay.
When
Yes.
when you fill up all the conditions, is that when they go down, or is
No, it's when you feel the.
So when you clear the conditions, you said?
when do you defeat somebody?
When they fill up their fatigue.
When their fatigue is full. Okay.
So conditions are going to be afraid, angry, guilty, insecure, or trouble.
And things happen when you have those. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you have to clear them before you can. Okay. All right. Show. What are you doing?
On the back of the main character sheet,
Yeah.
it does have.
Oh, you wanted me to roll my creativity?
Yeah.
5, 6, 7.
7. Okay. So, you're running and you're trying to put something on at the same time. You
Yeah.
basically have to stop and and use your teeth to put the harness on. There's
Gotta invent some clips.
yeah, it's a moment where you're like, maybe if I had something on all the time,
Yeah.
maybe I can have something that will just quickly go on. So you actually lose a little bit of leeway running after this guy.
Makes sense.
Watch out. How did you roll?
I got an 8, but I'll add the 1 for the balance, so I'm at 9.
You're at 9. Okay, so you pull your sword, and the guy that you run into is just kind of like looks at his dagger, looks at your sword, looks at his dagger, looks at your sword, and goes, "Ah!" And he throws it at you, like trying to run away.
That's not a knife.
Okay.
Yeah. Basically, you had the "that's not a knife" thing.
Correct.
But the guys throw a dagger at you.
As he's doing that, then I'm going to go ahead and just sweep him with the sword for pinpoint thrust.
Sure. We'll go through that next turn here. Yes. Second question.
Yeah. What here can I use to disbalance or impede the individual that?
Quacha's going on.
Yes.
Well, he is on stairs, and Quacha has the high ground.
Oh, wonderful. Okay.
So, yeah, because you remember you tripped him, so he's below you.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah.
Okay.
On the stone bleachers, basically.
His steps are dangerous. He should be more careful.
Correct. Okay, so you got that. All right, Palu, what were you doing?
I was maneuvering to a different position.
Okay, you were trying to go after
The
the guy that was after the other dude.
I think so. The one that I tripped, is that the one that threw a knife at?
No, it
That's
was different.
I would go after that.
Okay. All right, so you're going after that guy. How'd you roll? 7. Okay, so yeah, you come after him. You basically make a mental note that you have to fix that divot. With your pending, and he's actually running, and the cloak that he had on, he just
I will forget.
yeah. He throws the cloak at you, and it basically hits you in the face, and wow, as you throw it off. So it impedes you just for a small moment. How about yourself, Satsuki? How'd you do?
I rolled a 9 from
A 9?
before.
Okay.
Remember?
No, that's why
Okay.
I'm asking. So you
Yeah, that was the 9 to do the
penguin?
fire pinwheel.
Okay, and you create, and what was, I'm sorry, what were the conditions?
I mark 1 fatigue, and then the target must mark 2 conditions, or mark a fatigue and dodge the disc. And
Okay,
then
you will
allowing me to set as much as I want in the vicinity of flame.
Okay, perfect. So basically he sees you as like, I forgot you're a firebender, and basically is now he will take a fatigue because he tries to clear your fire with his knife.
Sure.
All right, let's go around again.
How
What is
far
yes?
apart is this?
Everybody's actually scattered. Like
Yes.
you guys are in the main bowl, I guess. Both Sho and Palu are like outside the bowl in different directions. And then, well, actually, you're in the bowl too.
So
You're actually
I
in the
guess
bowl.
what I'm asking is because with my move slip over ice,
Yes.
I can clear a fatigue on top of the normal,
Mhm.
and then reposition foes within reach to make them engage. I'd like to confuse these two opponents if they are within reach to have them off balance, or they can choose to be impaired instead if
Okay.
they don't want to move.
All right.
Let's
Are
say
you
roll.
trying to trap them? Are you trying to impair them?
It's a it is an evade and observe roll.
Okay.
If if I succeed, I'll either move them,
Mm-hmm.
or they can choose to mark a fatigue and become impaired. So
Okay.
they either will get new friends, or
So they will.
I'm essentially changing the matchup.
Sure.
Hmm.
So so you're going to be rolling with creativity on that,
It's
or harmony.
Harmony would be better.
Okay. There you go. All right, Sho, what are you doing?
Oh, I'm still assessing the situation.
Okay. Are you assessing this because you got your
Yeah.
your thing on? Now you're going to assess the situation.
Now I'm assessing the
Okay.
situation.
Give me a creativity roll, Quacha.
All right, I am doing a pinpoint accuracy attack on this person.
Oh,
I will take 1 fatigue.
Okay.
He will take 2 fatigue and is impaired.
Okay.
I will do another fatigue and reposition myself between her and the guy attacking her.
Ooh, nice. Okay, so that's gonna happen. That'll be.
So I take 2 fatigue.
But you will.
But I'm
Roll,
now between her and the other guy.
right.
Yeah.
You'll roll with focus. Palu.
I'm gonna wait and listen. It's one of my moves. When I assess the situation while taking the time to use your extraordinary skills, I can take a fatigue to roll with focus and become prepared.
Okay. And then what about yourself?
I'm gonna try and hinder my current opponent by, like, firing off some random fireballs in
Okay.
his vicinity.
Alright.
Make him lose his footing, kind of.
Sounds good. Okay, so roll with passion, I guess, because you're just pressuring him. You're trying to strike him a bunch of times to mark some fatigue. Okay, so
With harmony, I got a 7.
you got a 7. And how are you? Are you water bending to make this happen? Ice bending?
Yes.
Okay. So
I'm taking advantage of. I'm taking advantage of the slippery force
Sure.
to move around where I'd like. And
Okay. So give me a what does it look like to get both of these guys off balance?
Well, I mean, they are on stairs.
They are on stairs.
And so I think it's just kind of like make the ground slippery, like give one a little push in the.
Sure.
So she's kind of taking advantage of the natural stairs and moving to get between these two, essentially.
Sure.
Like she wants to end up between these two so she can help them both.
Okay.
For her next thing.
Perfect. And you got a 9, you said?
7.
7. Okay.
I just don't think there's a big difference.
No, not at all. But basically, you go and you do it, but it actually is one of those things where you have to actually get to where you are in order to pull it off. Both of the guys are now on ice slicks, and they're trying to get their balance.
If they want to not be moved, they can choose to take a fatigue and become impaired.
Yep.
Otherwise, they'll flip side.
So it looks like they are off balance. So
Wonderful.
they're like one of them uses his knife to actually stick into the ground in order to not fall further.
It's much harder to attack when you're off.
Okay, show. How'd you do? To assess the
Oh,
situation?
13.
13. Okay. Well, you can ask 2 questions.
Okay. What here can I use to my advantage?
Uh-huh.
My first question. My
Sure.
second question
Which
is, who or what is the greatest injury?
So the guy that was running after the guy that was dressed as the triple threat triad boss Tortuga is actually has actually been tackled by the guy that you're running after. So the biggest threat is that now you see a knife in the air. Looks like this guy's about to get stabbed.
Okay.
And that is who is in the greatest danger.
Okay. Well, then we know what my next step is.
Okay. Well, that'll be next thing. Yes.
I rolled a boxcars 14.
14. and so you were trying to attack where you had a pinpoint attack. Where were you trying to attack?
Oh, I hit the one guy there and propelled myself off of him right between them two.
Okay.
That's why I took the 2 fatigue myself.
Sure. So
and I did 2 fatigue and impaired.
Nice. So basically what I'll say is as he tries to stab you, his foot slips on the ice, and you use that kind of like him coming down to jump off of his back and do a little flip over somebody and attack the one that Satsuki is fighting, who is just dealing with fire, and then all of a sudden, boom! He gets hit by. Are you hitting him with your sword or your foot?
When I'm coming across with a hand, I'm gonna hit him with my foot.
Okay, so you do a flip kick and you kick him in the face. He was busy with a bunch of fire pinwheels, and he just sees a foot. Boom! And you see his feet leave the ground, and he lands on his back. Okay. Palu?
I rolled a 11.
11. Okay.
So I just wanted to see, like, what should I be on the lookout for? Because from the sounds of it, the guy that I'm going after is just running away at this point.
Yeah, it looks like he was running away.
Okay.
But good news, he's actually running away toward the guy that was about to get stabbed.
Okay.
Yeah.
It
It looks like basically what you saw is like he saw that happen and was like, oh, I'm gonna go help. Basically.
Okay. And so it's basically it's like, what is the biggest threat in here?
Yeah, that's
So,
same
actually,
guy.
Actually, so what can I use to stop them? or like impede in his way?
Sure. Well, you have seen this maneuver done before, though you probably haven't practiced it a whole lot. But you could use your earthbending to propel yourself closer, or you can possibly sink the earth and turn it into sand if you've mastered your earthbending.
Oh, you've been
I didn't choose techniques.
Oh, I see.
Guy with a sword.
Well, if you are a pro bender, I'll say that you would at least have a mastery over
Old-fashioned
earthbending.
sword.
Okay, so like one of the techniques.
Or major. So minor is hurling rocks. Major is change the environment, exhibit seismic sense.
Yeah, they keep it with it.
So you would be able to get at least the level 2 version of this, which is turn it, soften the earth.
Okay.
So I'll say just because this is a one shot, you can do it.
Okay.
You got this. Boom. So you stop running and you do like a quick horse stance and you gather your chi and press your hands into the ground, and that kind of makes it all sand. Underneath the guy that's about the guy that's about to stop, he's like, whoa, and he finds himself in quicksand now. But the guy that was playing Tortuga is also like, oh god,
Oh dear.
yeah, Avatar, help me. So and Satsuki, you were throwing your pinwheels and stuff. What was your intention again?
This intention was to just hinder.
Just keep him off balance.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, he's on the ground now.
Yeah.
but-
So now he's off. He's definitely off balance.
Yeah.
You okay?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm alright. Thanks for the assist.
So those of you that are in the bowl,
Yeah.
the situation has been kind of taken out because of the quick thinking of Mika and Kwacha and Satsuki just like taking out these two guys. 3 versus 2. Nice.
Not bad.
Yeah.
Those of you that are up there, so you guys won't know what's happening with Sho and with Palu, but I'd like to see what those two would like to do this round.
There's one other thing.
Yeah.
Quatch did take some harm from this
Yeah.
situation.
Oh, I go on.
Could I use the refresh, the evade and observe to heal Quatch?
The guide and cover, you mean?
No.
She has
it's a
refresh.
move. Under
Oh, it's your move.
Yes.
Okay. I was like, that's not a basic move at all.
No.
All right. So yes, you
It's
can.
water. It's
Oh,
water.
yeah.
It's healing.
Sure.
Using the water.
So you notice because Quacha is a bigger dude, he's kind of a little bit winded, and he kind of favors his right knee a little bit, and you know this because he has been your constant companion, and you notice he tweaked his knee a little bit on that landing.
Okay, so I'm gonna roll harmony and try.
Okay, don't tell me, tell him.
Checking I could do it.
Yes, you can.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and heal.
All right.
She basically says, "Stay still."
Yeah, pretty much. I don't know what they're
Sho, what are you doing?
Oh, I'm going to go ahead and use metal bending to do
You're a metal bender.
a break fighting technique
Okay.
Nice.
to target a foe's vulnerable equipment and render it useless or broken.
Nice.
As hard as it was for you to
So I'm like, I do some metal bending real quick, and I cause a piece of metal, maybe piece of.
He's holding a knife.
Knife.
Well,
He's gonna stab her with the knife.
well, just cause a piece of metal to fly off the wall and wrap around its arm, or to knock the knife.
You're in the middle of a
out.
park, but yeah, I get you.
Yeah. Are we still in the park?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have
Okay.
a look.
Imagine the Cora versus version of
Right.
Central Park.
So, one of the metal benches that's made with
Sure.
like strips of metal,
Uh-huh.
like one of the strips rips off and flies over and knocks the
guy out.
over out of his hand.
All right, roll what you need to roll for that.
Oh, it's a creativity roll.
Okay. And what?
7 exactly.
So what did you get,
No, I'm fine.
Palu? Or what are you trying to do?
Sorry. I think I need to catch up before I can do anything.
I'll say within this in this thing, if you
Okay.
want to just move to a new location and get to that point, you can.
Okay.
Okay.
Do I need to do
It's a
roll
focus
for
roll. It's a focus roll. So with a 7, you see this as the ground becomes basically quicksand for a moment, but not too much because you're like, I know how to do this, and then you start to run again. You see one of the metal benches along the sidewalks just flies and hits the dude that was about to stab the guy, and it just kind of like knocks him up and off his ass and off the other guy, and the guy that was like, Avatar, save me! What? He's just like, I'd like a bunch of money too.
I just want $1 million. Can I it's okay if I need to wait until next turn, but can I lift him out of the? Because he was in the quicksand.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
Just,
you
lift
can
him out
definitely do that.
and just get him to stand up straight.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
Yeah, you can have like a little earth pillar just push him up.
Not enough.
Yeah. That's a slower pillar. So, battle's over. It looks like a couple of these guys are there. The guy that you wrapped in a bench basically is out. The guy that you're running after sees this happen and starts to run off. It looks like he's just abandoning his buddy. There's one guy that you guys didn't run after, so he's just gone.
Do they all run in different directions?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
You can clear 3 fatigue because I don't think you're conditioned.
Ooh, nice.
I got no weapon.
Well done.
Nice.
All right. And then there is.
He does have a tendency to push himself. I would.
I had to try to cover 2 people. So
Yeah.
I'm like, what am I doing? Get murdered.
And once again,
that's what my abilities are.
For the second time in the
Sorry.
past maybe 16 hours, you hear the sound of the Republic City Police sirens coming in, and as they come in, you hear the sound of the cables, the metal cables. Is there anything you guys want to do?
I would say just probably gather and grab the people.
Okay.
I
we were
want
just-
to grab one of their knives if it's distinctive at all.
No, just looks like a kunai.
Okay, then whatever.
Okay, then whatever.
Okay, then whatever.
Yeah. All right. So you guys actually gather them all, and you shoulder that, and basically you got 4 out of the 5.
I do want to make sure that it's not all slippery for anyone else.
Oh sure, yeah. It's super easy to
I
churn.
only meant to inconvenience the 2.
Yeah. Actually, at this moment, you're wondering why Satsuki was using her firebending to melt your ice when you could have just turned it into water.
Here's the thing.
She should have.
I simply didn't want to make them get mad.
Oh, okay.
They had an idea. I was going to do it.
You can do whatever you like.
So, as you guys are there, everybody kind of there again. A crowd kind of gathers around you. You're making quite a scene and a name for yourself.
Oh dear.
There's actually a couple. It looks like there was a reporter that was watching the play that wants a statement from you guys, and as the Republic City police officers are getting there, and you are starstruck
Oh dear.
because there is a young man that has a distinctive scarf that walks up to you,
Oh no.
and Mako of the firebender of the Fire Ferris from a couple of years ago
Oh dear.
kind of shows up. What happened here?
Oh, Mako! Detective Mako! Oh my god, did you see this? Detective Mako! These are some of the triad of the trio, and oh my.
Triple threats?
Yes, absolutely. Their new leader right here. He's the butcher. Who cares? Anyway, but so they came after the.
I'm a person.
They came after the play, people because they were doing a performance that was not presenting the triad in a good light, and so they were going to attack them. So we stopped them, but one got away. Hi, Mako.
He's like, you're alive. But that's okay. You've given me a lot for my statement.
Sir, may I introduce you to Ambassador Mika?
Oh,
No.
hello.
No.
He actually snaps his heels together and bows. he's like, hello. I don't know what to call you if you're the ambassador's daughter,
It's fine.
but hello, ma'am. Can you tell me what's going on?
Of course. I was simply here looking, getting to see the park, and there was this play, and I was watching, and these individuals caused some trouble, and well, it was
Triple threats.
Yes, it was rather chaotic, but it seems like it was dealt with just fine.
Okay. So
These two were a little bit clumsy, but she's gesturing to two of the ones on the.
one of them's like, my hammy. He actually he turns and looks. He turns and looks at Quacha, and you says, if it's okay, I'll write up a report, and you guys. I think I heard Chief Beifong say something about the ambassador's daughter last night. You must be that same group, yeah?
Yes, Bolin asked us to go after this one dude, and it was amazing. You're an
You know my brother?
inspiration.
What? He looks at you, and then his eyes are kind of like looking for anybody else to engage with.
Yeah.
Don't mind her. She's just a little shell-shocked that we're once again ahead of the police, where you guys are asking questions and we're cleaning up the city. It's not a big deal. We just happen to be in the neighborhood.
He looks at you. What do you have on your arm?
Oh, nothing. Nothing. It's going to be the latest thing once I complete.
Oh, you're an inventor.
Yes.
Okay. Do you work for Future Industries?
No.
Cabbage Corp?
Yes. Well, my mother does.
Oh, okay. Well, I love to see the new technology.
It's proprietary, but I'll show it to you one of these days.
Okay.
We're waiting for the right moment.
Totally fine. And he kind of gets a little bit closer. I know who you are. I know what you've done.
My father sent you. Is that what you're doing here?
What?
No.
I don't know who your father is, but I know that he basically says, I know what it's like to. I know what it's like to come from where you're coming from.
Once again,
You don't know anything. You don't know me.
Exactly.
So he is once again calling you out. Basically, or you can, live up to your principle. It's up to you.
Nope.
Nope.
I resist my inner fire.
Okay. If you'd like, you get to roll to resist an NPC shifting your balance. On a hit, you maintain your current balance in spite of their words or deeds. On a 10+, you can choose two of these things here. On a 7 to 9, you can choose one.
What am I rolling?
You're choosing your balance.
Okay, so I'm gonna.
Which one are you gonna stick with? Which principle?
Progress.
Progress. Okay.
I'm already one over towards
Okay.
progress. So 10.
10. Okay. So you can clear a condition or mark.
Actually, that's 11.
Okay.
I'm already at +1. So
Amazing.
It's 11.
So you can either clear a condition or mark growth by immediately acting to prove them wrong, or shift your balance towards the opposite principle, or learn what their principle is.
I'll mark 1 growth.
Okay. So he basically you can choose 2. by the way.
What were the options again?
So you can clear a condition or mark growth. You can shift your balance toward the opposite principle. You can learn what their principle is, if you like.
What's their principle?
Their principle is family
Really? Okay, Marco's family.
or fatigue. So he's like, I understand what it's like with pressure from your family.
Like,
I understand I work people from diverse social and economic origins. I don't agree with everybody I meet, but I always try to understand them on their own terms. So
Maybe this
keep it up.
motto isn't as bad as I thought.
Oh dear. That's a good thing.
He looks around. Does he always talk out loud?
Yes.
He's like, well, do we?
Oh, sir,
Yes.
forgive me for interrupting, but Paulo here, our great athlete, as well as Mr. Show here, one of the best firebenders you will ever see out there, and of course, Ambassador Mika. They took time out of their day to help stop this rabble from sitting here interrupting the play and doing things of that nature. That's the report. These individuals put themselves out there for it. I was just here to witness.
Wonderful. Put that in my report. Do you guys have like a team name?
Did we come up with a team name yet?
Or should I just call you Mika's?
Mika's gang?
I mean, if you
No,
want.
no.
I was just gonna call you Team Mika.
No, I'm sure we can come up with something better than that.
Okay.
Whoa, whoa.
Fire Ferrets
Oh,
was
hold on,
inspirational.
hold on. There's nothing wrong with Mika. Although, I do think a better name would be appropriate because you have good taste.
Certainly.
But there's nothing wrong with being named after Mika.
He's like, wait, Mika. Bolin was talking about Amika. Oh my God, are you guys that same? You guys took in Two-Toed Ping yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You said this earlier.
Yes. I'm sorry. I'm really tired.
There's a lot going on.
We were
understand.
we were actually on our way to meet up with Mullen.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll let you do that. I'll write up the report. I guess keep it up, but at the same time, I don't want to promote vigilanteism. I'll have to talk to Chief Beifong about all this.
One other thing, sir. It's vigilanteism if you go after criminals. We were merely defending ourselves. They pulled knives on us.
He marks it down in his notepad. Seems all wrapped up. Flips his notepad closed. All right, guys. Good luck. Team unknown just yet. And he,
We'll get right on that.
yeah, the
We'll
police.
tell Bolin.
Right. And he turns to address the cops that are putting the guys in the paddy wagon, and you guys have basically that was your morning.
Look at the lions.
You're about to go meet Bolin.
I could very well use a meal right now.
As we converse for a meal, Miss Mika, I think perhaps now is the time to come up with a name. So that the third time that we bump into someone to address them, we can come up with more than Mika's Minions.
Or Team Unknown Gang.
Which is even worse
Which
than
is
the
even
other
worse.
one.
And that's where we'll take our break.
Okay.
Why Avatar Legends? As a martial arts nerd and also an animation nerd, Avatar The Last Airbender was the perfect blend of humor, drama, and action that I devoured when I was younger. When the Legend of Korra came out, I couldn't wait to see what happened in the Avatar verse, of what happened to the world I loved 75 years later. I was not disappointed. The lore and storytelling matured as I matured, as did the concepts and cultural diversity that kept me coming back for more every week. Please note that this is the first time this particular group has gotten to play at the table together. We got a lot of the rules right, and we got a few wrong, and we changed a few just because it made sense in the moment. We hope you have as much fun watching this as we all did making it. I'd like to offer a special thanks to all of my fantastic players, Jessica, Liam, Victor, Chris, Bailey. It was an honor to run a game for all of you. And a very deep thank you to Jill and Alicia, who catered our game with Avatarverse drinks and snacks. And of course, a huge amount of gratitude for Darren Johnson, whom I pestered and inspired to make this RPG series, and who runs the best damn game store ever. We love you, and thank you.
Earth, fire, air, water. Only the Avatar can master all four elements and bring balance to the world.
We're back.
We're back.
Yeah. So after a little bit of back and forth and different animals being being, I guess, offered as the pro bending team name slash gang name, did you guys decide on anything?
I actually don't think we did decide.
Okay.
I think there was two.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jess, do you want it?
My favorite is the Electric Eel Hounds.
Ooh.
Team Electric Eel Hounds.
Mika's Roughnecks.
No.
We're not the Rough Riders.
No, absolutely not.
Right.
Did you have a favorite?
I didn't.
Chris?
Oh, Bull and Buddies.
Bullens buddies.
We're back to the two that we
No.
were.
No.
Okay.
It's either the.
So we're still deciding.
we're still
basically.
deciding.
Okay.
Say like Bowman.
So you guys,
No.
you guys are all on the way to your meeting with Bolin for your lunch appointment at Dancing Dan's Noodles near the Very Movers International Studio. So you guys are all getting there. You get a small table in the back. Well, I guess it's not that small. There are going to be 6 of you around the table. And he basically, his message to you before was like he's absolutely swamped as President Moon's personal assistant, and this is all the time that he that he actually has is during this like
Food, yep.
20 minutes of time that he has to meet with you. He's basically like gonna be there when you get there. He basically is already at the table. It looks like he has a bunch of papers in his hand. He gestures for you guys to come in and have a seat. He's just like, oh, hi. And again, this is Bolin. You've met him once before.
Yeah.
But, you just met Mako, so that made your whole day. And you have mad respect for Mako and Bolin because of their pro bending days as fire ferrets. And also because they're personal friends of the Avatar.
We're good guys.
Yeah, you're good guys. You know that this is like the assistant to like the most powerful person in Republic City, basically.
Assistant to the regional manager.
Yeah, she's yes, she is actually the president of Republic City. She's incredibly busy, and the fact that her assistant is here to meet you means it's probably pretty good. Bolin's like, hey, thanks for coming by, Miss Mika, and he basically stands up, extends his hands like, oh, sorry, and he bows, and he's like, I'm so sorry. First of all, that I'm so swamped. But I'm gonna ask you to do me a favor, if that's okay. So I have a friend who's named Hong Mai, and he is asking me to do him a favor. But it's actually not me. It's Varric. He's asking Varric to do Hong Mai a favor, and Varric is away on other matters, and it's something about a giant boat that actually flies and can launch other flying boats from its deck. I don't know. Who can even tell what's nonsense with that guy, right? Anyway, he telegraphed me about it, and Hong Mei and Very Movers International are in real trouble if they can't get some help to one of our sets in time to finish a new idea for a mover.
You're gonna need another mover?
Oh no! Oh, it's not me. It's not me. It's there's Varric had this idea to make small movers, not big, extravagant movies like Nuktuk, Hero of the South.
My favorite.
But however, thank you, thanks. But he wants to do something kind of insulated. He called it like homey. It's called the Great Ba Sing Se Baking Off.
Oh.
And so it's like a contest of some sort. I guess he's gonna get some bakers, I assume bakers, or something like that. But there's basically some trouble at the set. It's being going some I guess accidents that shouldn't be happening, and a lot of people are fearful for their lives. So it'd be great help if you guys could help and kind of sort it all out. What do you say?
We did take out Two Toes. Thing.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. You guys, that's really good.
Where exactly is this?
It's at Varric Industries. It's at the studio across the street.
Are we getting paid for this?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, oh yeah, I know you. You're in that. I'm so sorry. And he bows again. And he's like, is it a source subject? Your pro bending career?
We're working on trying again. I have a young pup here.
We're gonna make a team.
Oh really? That's amazing.
It's gonna be great.
Wait a second. You're an earthbender, and you're a firebender.
Soon.
Huh? What?
We met Nocturne
No,
earlier today.
yeah,
We met Nocturne earlier today, and it was incredible.
Cool. Nice. Anyway, Very Movers International, real trouble. They can't get some help getting the set safe.
Do we need anything to go over to Varic Industries for them to know that we're there on your behalf?
Well, see, I feel like I'm still indebted to Varric because of my Nuktuk. But President Julie has a lot of stuff going on. I don't want to let her down. But if you can handle security for the mover production,
You'll be able to make another Nuktuk movie?
oh, no, I was gonna say that I would talk to my brother, but they or even the Republic City Police, but they're investigating something.
Surely.
Something in the park or something like that. And
We were
This
there
morning.
too.
Oh.
That was us.
oh, okay, well, good. Well, Hong Mei is the director. You just kind of talk to him, tell him Bolin sent you, and he just wants to make clear there was no police involvement. I also made sure that you guys are going to be paid by Hong Mei, so you know. And the studio too. Here, the address is here. It's near UA Bay, next to the Pro Bending Arena. And if you'd like, just tell them that you're there, and I will telegraph ahead. I'll tell them that the electric Minions? What were you called?
The electric eel hounds.
The electric eel hounds are coming.
The more I hear it, the more I like it.
It's one of the best ones that we've had.
So, Bolin, I have a script that
Oh, dear.
I've been meddling with.
Okay.
It's the story of a young man
All right.
thrown out by his family, enters into a war between Republic City and the Earth Empire.
Does this sound
He
familiar?
he leans in closer, tears in his eyes.
Oh dear.
Yeah. He's injured and he comes back to the city trying to reclaim, his position within his family, even though his family has rejected him. And he works tirelessly to prove himself.
Amazing.
What do you think he like?
Amazing.
40,000 gulons?
What?
Is it gulons?
I'm sorry. What?
40,000?
For what?
50,000?
What are you asking me?
Start the movie. Just needs a producer.
I'm.
You can play the lead. I call it
I
show.
hear the president calling.
That's what we asked Barrett.
And he's
In the middle of that conversation, I keep getting further and further.
I'll be honest, I like hearing the beginning of that awkward
It started
like bending. I'm like kind of staring at these two,
Mhm.
just like when he went like, what was that about?
What about?
We heard there was a pro bending competition
Whoa.
or later today, so we wanted to know if you wanted to come to watch. It's really great.
Have you seen
You haven't
game
been
yet?
to one yet, have you? In Republic City?
No.
It's very culturally enriching.
What?
I didn't say anything.
Oh, come on now, Katja. You gotta lighten up.
I don't think that's gonna happen anytime.
Let's see how this goes.
Sure.
I'm already getting a cat.
Uh-huh.
he actually paid for your guys' lunch, by the way.
Wonderful.
Thank you so much, Bolin.
He's
He
gone.
was run away.
He ran away.
He ran along.
Fire
Thank
Fairy
you.
took my food though.
He did not have Pablo because he's way too busy at the moment.
Fire Ferret?
That's why
Yeah,
Pablo stole my
Pablo was not
food. He
there.
hasn't been fed in like 2
He
days.
said he's way too busy, and I'm like, Fire Ferret was too busy?
Pablo's way too busy for you guys.
Yeah, we're not working that.
So, after lunch, what do you guys do?
I
When
immediately.
is expected to go?
Oh, well, they're filming now.
Yeah, I
So we
immediately
just
head over there.
Go
Yeah.
across the street to Merrick Industries
Okay.
to go meet.
You guys go
Hungry?
cross streets. It's a little bit of a thing, but it's a couple blocks.
Hung Mei?
Hung Mei.
Hung Mei is the name of the director. And he basically, what you gathered from talking to Bolin is that he wants you to handle security, and Hung Mei doesn't want police involved. That's about it.
At this moment, I remember the divot that I created earlier, and go, and then I continue on.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, I go up to Hung Mei, says, hello, we're here to provide security for you. By the way, may I introduce you to the ambassador Mika?
Oh, so when you get to the studio?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know you need to introduce me every time.
When you
You must get your respect.
You can introduce me.
Completely fine.
Show.
I
We gotta get introduced to this show.
I'd like to introduce you to his ladyship, the ambassador, blah blah blah. That show. That show.
I did after that show.
you basically once you get to the studio and go in, the security guard there is basically like, oh,
Yeah, we're expecting.
from who?
Bolin.
Bolin said this.
Dr. Hung Mei.
Oh, you guys are here to talk to Hung Mei.
Hung Mei.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Studio 2. Take a left.
Thank you.
Yeah. So the studio itself is kind of just a bunch of warehouses,
Yeah.
right? That have converted to movers, being filmed there. And one of the what you get to do as soon as you get into the door, there's a call for silence. They're filming a scene where they actually have put out a bunch of buns on the table, and 3 of the contestants are basically like chewing on their nails, and there is somebody off to the side with like a really dramatic drum beat, and
These new movies have sound.
that's what they're trying to create ambiance. So they're doing that, which is an interesting thing. But everything starts to shake all of a sudden as it looks like somebody happens, and there is a basically the cameras start rolling. Everything starts to shake. There is a bunch of the bars that the lights have been hung on are actually cables are starting to break. So here we are. There is some stuff happening. What do you do?
I'm gonna charge for the people who are like seated, just like in case something falls, I can kick it out of the way.
Okay. There is. So I'm gonna say there are 3 contestants that are there, and one gaudily dressed person that seems to be the host with a big fan, and like as it happens, they're all trying to get their bearings. So you're gonna go in and try to help one of the people.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like if we see people, or if there's falling things from the sky, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you actually see.
Yeah.
You can run. There's a big flat behind them that looks like it's painted like Ba Sing Se.
Sure.
You've been there. You're from there.
Yeah.
It's actually not that bad, but you're like, huh. You can obviously tell it's for a mover.
Yeah.
It's not. They're not paying to fly these guys out to Ba Sing Se. They're trying to do that, but that thing is shaking as well. It looks like that's about to fall. So let's go around the table. What does everybody intend to do? You're gonna go to get some.
Whoever seems most like in danger from like a cursory glance.
Sure.
She's gonna try and knock whatever's falling at them away.
All right. There's lights coming down. It looks like the set piece is falling down. as
Then
well.
like she'll go after lights.
Okay.
No. I think I would assess the situation.
Okay.
I'm waiting to see what she's doing.
And then I would shout to Show and be like, "Get the lights."
Okay. Yep.
Okay.
No brought up.
Not the background.
If you, this is a metaphor. Or, like, you know.
Fair enough.
What are you doing?
It looks like things are actively going to start falling over.
Yes.
I would like to get next to because I'd like to make a wall.
Okay.
I'd like to use one of my moves to make the wall protection.
Wall ice.
Well,
Okay.
yeah.
Or okay.
For the yeah, it would be water. Or
Okay.
Yeah, it would be ice probably, but
Okay.
it should. If something falls, I can take the team
Okay.
to stop.
So,
it.
and Quacha, what does that mean you do?
I pull my big sword out and put it over her head to make sure nothing hits her.
Okay. So you
I'm
you hold that
pretending-
stance.
I'm seizing position. I'm basically
Okay.
getting them ready for anything.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your things. So some of you are rolling with focus, some of you are rolling with passion, and some of you are rolling with creativity or harmony.
I got a 5.
You got a 5, and your intention was to
Assess the situation.
assess the situation. So
I don't think I got much.
yeah. So when you are looking at stuff, you're just like, oh no, an earthquake. That's basically your reaction.
Can I stop this?
I got
Yeah.
a 10.
You're like, you're an earthbender. Oh. Okay. Let's go around the
Oh,
table
so sorry.
here. Let's go around the table. What are you doing?
What would knock the lights out of, like if they're falling this way onto
Mhm.
people, knocking it back this way so it won't
Okay.
hit anybody.
Are you hitting with the fireball, throwing something at it? What are you? How are you physically stopping the lights from falling?
If I can get there in time, I'd like to like kind of kick them, knock
Okay.
them over, use my
Okay.
own weight charging.
Sure.
If it doesn't look like that, I'll just shoot a fireball at it.
Okay. Let's say this. Give me a Give me an advance and attack. So roll with passion.
Okay.
And then if you get a 10 or better, then you'll do exactly what you want to do.
A 13.
Oh, nice!
Nice,
Okay.
Jess, nice.
So you leap into action. You do a couple flips that you've seen others do before, and you actually definitely like get to the top of the counter
Yeah.
and like kick one of the lights out of the way, and it basically goes harmlessly into a wall as it and everybody below is like ah as that happens. Quacha holds up the thing, just trying to basically get there. How was your focus roll?
Horrible.
Horrible. Okay, you're not quite in position. You're basically getting.
I'm still looking around to see what else.
Yeah,
is going on.
you're looking around, but your sword seems to be stuck. You're like, uh oh. So before that goes in, you're doing your thing. You got a 10. It goes. The wall of protection goes around. Who are you putting it around?
I was me and the contestants were
Okay.
So I want to protect the people.
Sure. So you bring a wall of ice. So a bunch of water turns into ice right above the things, and it props up the set that's falling down. Show what were you doing?
Oh, I was basically just waiting for something to fall down. Then
Yeah, there's
My
a
metal
bunch
bending.
more. There's a bunch of lights and
Yeah.
the bars that come with
I
ice.
use my metal bending to basically, grab the lights that are falling down.
Okay.
and
Are you
move
trying?
them over to
Are
the
you
side.
using a specific maneuver, or are you doing a basic technique?
Basic technique? This is going to be rely on your skills and training.
Okay. So go ahead and roll that with focus.
6, 7.
Nice. Okay. So you do it, and you're using your metal bending to just like kind of shoot it off to one side.
Yeah.
You do it, and the host, it's there, goes "Aye!" as one of the bars that holds up the light goes right next to him. The shaking subsides. The situation resolves. There's a guy with a ill-fitting beret walking up to you with a microphone in his hands. Hello! Sorry. I'm Hung Mei. So much gratitude for you.
Once the thing's no longer propped up against the wall, I'll drop it. But
Okay. The ice is the only thing stopping it.
yeah, that's why I'm not going to drop it yet.
Yeah. There is another person that's basically looks like they are enraged. Like let me see if I can get the name correctly. So for you notice there's somebody that's like looking at the stuff and just like shaking their hands in the air, like, look at this shoddy workmanship. Look at this lack of professionalism. You guys, I need to speak to my union rep. And he storms off over there, and there's a young lady that's just like, oh my gosh. Whew. I can't work like this. It's one of the contestants. And she's like, this is not the way this is supposed to be rigged. And she's like, and she basically starts to go off, and another guy that was on the other side of the camera is just like, so, yeah, this is not exactly what we wanted when we said this show's gonna bring the house down. And the guy with the thing is basically just like, I am Hung Mei.
I would.
Yeah.
Mika, I'd love to have this conversation, but could we get the set off of my wall of ice so I can drop it?
Oh yeah, there's a bunch of people already.
Wonderful.
He's like, oh, of course. Let me take you to my office. You guys are the people that pull insect?
Yes.
Okay.
The electric eel hounds.
You'll like that one.
Oh, okay.
Is that Mika or is that Bailey?
So
A little bit of both.
he's
Because she's just so excited about everything.
Yeah.
he's basically like, he explains that he recognizes you in the description of the bull insect, lending security to a set. He's like, so, you guys gotta watch out for the creeping crystal triad. Their Lieutenant Amrita has been pretty much.
Crystal triad.
Yeah.
Would you repeat that, Alan?
Amrita, Amrita.
Thank you.
Okay,
you're good.
She's trying to muscle her way into controlling our production. I'll try to. Listen.
Protection racket?
Now that was a contestant, right, Amrita?
No, that's Shue.
Sure.
She's trying to be the next big thing. Well, how can I help? How can I help you guys secure the set so we can finish this thing so we can actually have our big premiere?
What kind of problems have you been having? Just earthquakes?
I mean, it's like a bunch of sabotage. There's a bunch of people that say they're working for the union and they're not. There's falling lights, falling sets. There's a bunch of our contestants got sick. I mean, there's a lot of sabotage going on.
Where's Amrita?
He's like, I don't know. She's the lieutenant of the Creeping Crystal, so probably with them.
No last known whereabouts.
Any specific symbols that you have noticed with them?
Symbols? Not really.
You don't call yourself Creeping Crystal Triad without some kind of symbol.
Yeah.
I haven't really paid attention to the. I haven't really paid attention to the. They don't like have uniforms or anything like that. If that's what you're asking.
Okay.
Everything used to be perfect here
Until
the entire cast and crew are united by unassailable camaraderie and commitment to the art, and then, but then all these things are happening. Jue, she's the one that stormed off. You saw her. She's had it with the production. She was thrilled to have the role, but she'd rather be on a different mover, I guess, because she can only be surprised so many times in the production, I guess. She wants to have a more breadth of emotions displayed on screen. It's a thing. Wing Len has is the other guy you saw. Wing Len is one of our was our director, the guy with the that you saw. We hired him to save money. He's a little bit of a mediocre director, but everything in a mover is basically done by the lowest bidder, so that's kind of how that goes. But he seems to have spent an exorbitant amount of money on special effects for a baking show.
Have you seen these special effects?
Well, I mean, a lot of money has been spent on film, cameras, lighting. Every now and again, there's like a tour of excited fans that visit the set, and then it's gonna be basically I have to put on my hat and my producer hat and say that this is gonna be the best mover ever and this is a revolutionary thing, but I'm not quite sure. Special effects are basically going to be the different firebenders and water and airbenders that are here to help spice up the baking.
Notice that when you said that, you did not mention earthbenders, and that would be someone that would cause earthquakes and things of this nature.
Yeah, well, I mean, how exciting would an earthbender be on a baking show, though? What are you gonna do? Build a stove?
If you could find things for air, fire, and water, then you could probably find something for earth. Otherwise, you see what happened. That was obviously from earth.
Listen, I don't know. I just don't know. I'm at the end of my rope here.
How best can we help them?
Without being in the way.
We could do security, we could do effects, we could do...
If you like, you can try to make sure none of this happens. We just have a few more scenes left, and we're done.
Okay.
Mr. Hungman,
Yes.
did you meet the ambassador Mika?
Hello? Are you the manager of the Eel Hounds?
As she gets annoyed with this ambassador stuff, that's when she'll...
Oh,
feel better.
Don't worry about
Right,
it.
right.
What can... So, we'll see what we can do about stopping this from happening again.
I appreciate.
Show.
Hello?
No, I just said end show. That's
The-
me.
Oh.
Oh,
hello.
by the way, this is Show.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Yep.
Yes?
Go ahead.
Thank you, Joe.
I
So
You're
you
very
guys set up, and we'll apply some security to the surrounding area.
Sure. If you can, if we can just film this, that's really all we need. Once we get that, I'm off to my next production. Sengo, Lady of the Winds.
Something like Nanook.
Nuktuk?
Nuktuk,
Nuktuk. Hero of the South.
the best.
Yeah. Yeah, but you know, Bolin's doing his thing
He's
with
really
the,
busy.
the stuff now, so yeah, we can't really. Yep.
Son of
Son of
That was actually a pretty decent one. Not as good as Son of Nuktuk though.
But I like Robot Carnival better.
So, what can I do to help?
We had a couple people storm off. If you can help direct people to get the set back in order, maybe secure some things so that they don't fall over, and we can help get confidence back in those that ran off, which was, I believe, one of your actresses and the director?
Yeah, I mean, you could talk to either of them if you like.
Where would they be located?
Oh, they got trailers. Easy enough to find. Yeah, so-
You let your security know that we're that we have full level access to everything.
Oh yeah, that's easy enough to do.
Great.
Listen, I got. I have everything riding on the success of this Great Boston Say Baking Show. I mean, Very Movers International go bankrupt if it doesn't perform, let alone if it doesn't finish. So, Amrita is probably going to be your best bet because she keeps on trying to pay for stuff, and we don't want a triad to be in, basically running the show here. So I'm going to thank you in advance. I'm going to make sure people know Eel Hounds are on the case.
Electric.
Electric eel.
I apologize. The Electric Eel Hounds are on the case.
Thank you.
Thank you.
What do you
It's
do?
still like afternoonish, like it's not close to night. Okay.
Correct.
Yeah.
I guess is it Mika? Or you're Mika?
Yeah.
What's the
Shue.
Shue.
Shue?
Yeah.
She's
It's
Talking about
a lady.
Talking about Amrita.
Emrita.
Or
Emrita.
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 Oh, okay.
They're going to try and film this again here soon. I think we should make sure that it is more stable than it was last time.
Yeah.
And maybe talk to people to sort of, but we should definitely make sure it's not going to fall on top of them again
Yeah.
first, because that would
Metalbender and Welder.
Ma'am, who here is an earthbender? I'm looking right at you when I say that. Could you tell what they did to make everything shake?
I think I might have
You can assess the situation.
So
if you like.
that yeah, can you assess what they did so that we can try to counter that?
Yeah.
One second.
All right,
Alright, Show.
because this is the perfect opportunity, and I've been wanting to use my special invention. I finally just put it on.
Okay.
It's a robotic arm. Every time I was looking for like a cool theatrical moment before, the fight was over before I could put it on. I just snap it on.
All right, so start.
A rules question real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
So in the last encounter we had, I did a wait and listen, which gave me the prepared status.
Sure.
I've yet to use it.
Okay. You can use it now.
That was I didn't know if it like went away after a combat or
Sometimes.
Sometimes. Okay.
But remember, one shot.
One shot. Hey.
Fast and loose.
I'm
Fast
probably
and loose.
just gonna do wait and listen again.
Okay.
Which would just do it back to
Yeah.
me. So I'm gonna roll for assess situation with. I'll take a fatigue.
Okay.
And then I will use focus instead.
Okay. So you are basically assessing the situation with your focus.
Yeah. And then I'll use the prepared and then get it back.
Okay. You are pretty sure this was done. This was not done by any one bender.
One bender. Okay.
It was not done by one.
It was not done.
It was probably done by 4.
And is this something that's like how would I know what like proximity range they would have to be in to do this?
They'd have to be at least around the building.
around the building.
Yeah. So chances are this was a localized tremor that you've probably in your earth bending studies have figured out like you could kind of do that by moving earth underneath the ground. So basically like your normal earth slide, but instead of having it above the ground, they like a badger mole going underneath back and forth. It looks like somebody may have cleared a path, or like with your seismic sense, you notice there's like a tunnel underneath the studio, and somebody may have just moved the tunnel around, thereby making the ground shake, as if it was an earthquake. So
I would relay that.
being a master earthbender, you understand that.
Okay.
Okay.
And then I don't forget to.
All right. Next. You tell that to everybody.
Yeah, I relay it back to everybody.
Okay. Now what?
So if anybody wants to explore
Unfortunate timing.
around the building, maybe we could still spot them, or do you think they're underground?
So
I don't know. I would say we can start with. They've definitely gone by now. If they were around the building. I don't know how easily I would be able to investigate the like tunnel.
just be ready to counter anything they do. By the way, Shua, the other contestant, I would like to go talk to her.
Okay. You find Shuei's
Shua.
trailer, quote unquote trailer.
Show. Come on.
Okay.
And don't try to sell your no, okay, there's a reason for this.
Not act. It's a story. It's an epic story of a young man's personal adventures through trying times in our world.
I'm gonna go
I
talk to the
deserve this.
director.
Now, the reason why I want to talk to Shue is because I have a suspicious mind. I want to ask her a question.
Sure.
Ooh.
Can you please show? Give me a harmony roll.
Oh dear.
The rice cake went down.
Ooh.
3.
Okay. It's old news. You've heard this before. It's not a
Last
thing. You're just-
adventure.
Yeah, you're just kind of like yeah.
It's white noise.
Almost word for word. You can get almost.
My bitch is coming out that as vanilla as this rice cake. This isn't even vanilla.
Yes. So you go over to Yue's.
Sure, yeah.
Shuei's.
Big fan of the show.
Well, it's
You're the best
her
part.
trailer is basically there, and she is inside, probably doing whatever an actress does inside the trailer. So
That's everything.
yeah, so anything there. You basically hear. All right.
Oh,
Trying to get lucky.
yeah, apparently.
God.
I wrote boxcars and snake eyes. Just like
Yeah.
me.
Okay, so what are you trying to do once you get to the trailer?
I'll use my suspicious mind
Okay.
move and just question her. It's like,
Okay.
oh, so you've been on this show.
So you knock on
like
the door?
This, and
So
you ever talk to Emarina or anybody?
Them from my companion for
Sure.
a moment here. So I think I'm going to look. I'd like to assess the situation to see
Okay.
if I can ask a couple questions.
sure. Okay. So let's resolve
Totally.
at
I
Shue
just-
first.
you know.
So
Good cop, bad cop.
Shue,
Yes.
you knock on her door,
That's why you're here.
and she opens it very much in
Bad cop,
the
worse cop.
in the style of those overly dramatic 1920s, 1930s starlets. You know, she opens the door. Hello. What can I do for you?
Darling.
You graced us with your presence in all your films and movies. I do, though, however, trying to keep you safe because the world needs you to do all your acting. Do you know anything about the security here? Anything?
She's like, it's horrible. All I want to do is get a chance to sink my teeth into a real meaty roll. But instead, I was thrown into an apron and said to be surprised every time I won.
What do you know about the triad? I'm rolling intimidate.
Okay. Go ahead and intimidate with passion.
Uh-huh.
We're on the good cop, bad cop.
Oh, I see.
my goodness! I love how eloquent you are. Sure.
Nope.
Is it a minus?
Oh, no, 7. Yeah.
7. Okay.
Is that plus 0 or is it plus 0?
So-
Yeah, 7, exactly.
You're just like, no, we're not doing your math.
Right.
Just like,
So as soon as you say, "What do you know about the triad?" she slaps you.
Well, then I corrected.
She's like, "I don't know anything about a triad.
Oh, you could've
I'm just
said no.
frustrated.
Now,
I'm considering leaving. I don't want to miss my shot or let the other cast and crew members who've actually done right by me down." And she basically she basically goes over to you. "I'm sorry. I'm just full of passion."
Oh God.
I'm like, yeah, you are. You promised it would sign in.
ooh.
now, do you know Emarita and the other?
Oh, I've seen Hung Mei talk to her. That's about it. I try not to be... I have a process, darling, and most of it is internal. In order for me to act.
I would like to do my suspicious mind because I have that and
Okay.
catch a liar both together.
Sure.
With focus, 2, 12.
Okay. She's not lying. She's
That's as
her
good as
drive
I
is to
do.
make a name for herself, as a real, capable, and skilled actress.
Uh-huh.
But she was being truthful that she
Oh.
didn't know anything about the trial.
And then she has no idea about any of the security things there. Well, you are one of the best parts of these shows. We appreciate your time, and we're just here to keep you safe.
Well, thank you. It's always good to meet a fan. And she raises her hand again and just barely taps your cheek. Of course, darling. Gets an autograph.
That's good. That's good.
And she says, "Well, if that's all," she slams the door to her trailer.
Well, at least we marked her off of there, off the list.
Okay.
Next time you be the bad cop. I'm always getting hit in the face.
Oh my god.
And also the side that actually has an arm too.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot the block.
So In the meantime, you're assessing the situation. What did you get?
Actually, might have had
8.
connection.
So with an 8, you are looking around, and it's basically it's basically one of those things where it looks like there's plenty of like set drama. If nothing else, like you see that the guy that was there, who basically is like directing people, but not the director. He basically is kind of looking around, like trying to do something. He's talking to what seems to be their assistant, and says, "Okay, so what we need to do is once everything's fixed, what we got to do is make sure that the fire bending happens, right? And then what'll happen is the air bending happens, and then after that, the water bending."
And then we get the earth bending from the guys who don't want us to draw.
And that's basically what he's saying. And you
Maybe
see
we
there's
need to
assistant going,
track down the
Sure.
airbender, all the benders who are going to be involved
So,
in all this.
listening to this plan, the question, like, one of the ones on there is, what's the biggest, it's like, what's most likely to go wrong?
Sure.
Like,
Sure.
where do I need to be the most
Uh-huh.
aware?
So basically, as you're looking around, excuse me, as you're looking around, you're you basically start to look back and forth, and you see like there is the guy that kind of stormed off earlier. He's basically a bigger dude that just seems to have his chin up so that he can look down at people. And he's kind of like just walking. He walks in and he's just like, "Is everything ready yet? Everything good?" And you see one of the other assistants just basically says, "Sorry, Quinn. Quinn, you we're not quite ready yet. Your big entrance for this will happen really quick." And it's the guy that was in extravagant dress and almost got speared. And he's just like, "Well, if this is the shoddy workmanship that I have to deal with, I'll have to do it. I will just have to elevate this production myself."
Oh dear.
And he opens up his fan, starts fanning himself. "I'll wait. Tell me when it's time."
Right.
I'll defeat this problem with my acting.
So, if you would like, you can roll with. I'll have you guys roll harmony, if you'd like to know who this guy is.
Wonderful.
Nope.
6.
I don't remember what I did with that one. I added that. Okay.
Harmony.
That's a 10.
10. So anybody get a 10?
8.
8. Okay.
For
For those of you who rolled 7 to 9, he looks familiar.
I have no idea.
If you rolled a 10 or higher,
I don't watch many movers.
you realize that this is an older opera performer who's performed across the world.
This would make
He's
sense.
spent every yuan he's made and more, probably getting to the point where he's now working as the host of the Great Boxing Save Baking Show, and basically he is now here, and kind of just this deeply arrogant opera performer, just as the host. He's here to get a paycheck, it looks
You
like.
say arrogant opera singer as if those are
Two separate things.
exactly. And that's what
Cheers to our fellow opera singers.
Enrico Pelosa?
His name is Quinn Yu, is what you heard.
Oh, okay. I get it.
Yes.
His name is Nico. Right.
It's actually not shocking. I
Okay, so as you hang around set, you kind of see the set dynamic.
Yeah.
You see like the host is very much like above it all. There is a director who is basically not involved at all. He seems to just be sitting in his chair, just waiting for everything to get done. You see a guy that's basically trying to plan everything, but he's not the director. You're not quite sure. He might be like a what's it called he might be like yeah, he might be a producer, but he might also be like just trying to do the special effects for the for the mover, right? So he's trying to. The way he talks, he seems like he's trying to craft different stunts as far as like, okay, when this happens,
He sounds a lot like.
Shit, sounds a lot like Satsuki.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll take that. All right, what are you guys doing?
We were gonna go talk to the
We're gonna go
director.
find-
Because she's always doing that.
Yeah, sure.
Like trying to procure.
Okay.
And it works about
You're gonna
a
go see
quarter
guys
of the
you're talking
time.
on May?
So
Yes.
Okay.
Or
So
not from the
Wingland.
director that stormed off.
Oh,
Wingland.
okay.
yeah, Wingland.
Yeah.
So you guys find the director. He's sitting in his director's chair. He looks like he's reading a book, just kind of like uninvolved.
Okay, so he didn't storm off back to his trailer.
No.
He's still in the studio.
Yeah, he's sitting there. Looks like he's just waiting.
What?
As all the actual workers are trying to reconstruct the set. and
Yeah.
everything like that.
who stormed off last time besides Stuart?
It was
It was Quinn Yu.
Oh, the opera singer.
Yeah, he was the one that said shoddy workmanship and unprofessional and all
okay.
that stuff.
So he stormed off and then he came back.
Yes.
Yeah, he decided to make. He decided that he could save it with his performance.
Okay, then I'll approach the director while he's reading this book and interrupt them and say, "Hello, we're the Electric Eel Hounds and we are here to provide additional security. How may we help you?"
What? Who?
We're here for additional security so the set can stop being interrupted and the film can be produced.
Well, I don't care. I'm just here to collect a paycheck. Hung Mei hired me because I can get the job done, and for cheap.
Always.
He instead poured money into actors like Quinn Yu and special effects.
Do you know much about that?
I'm just here to make sure the movie gets done.
Excellent.
Don't seem to be doing a very good job.
Hey, thank you.
Oh.
The longer this takes, the more I get paid. So it's fine with me.
Sounds like somebody who would want to cause some disruptions to make it last longer.
You're not worried about the producer cutting you off if the movie takes too long?
I get paid either way.
Fair enough.
I mean, my real passion
Yes.
is not this. This
What's
is a big show.
This is a big show.
Yes. I'm more into historicals.
What type of historicals?
I have a script.
You're not here right now. You're not here.
Something meaty, something you can
You're all welcome.
you
I
can
took away.
put some oomph behind,
Couldn't you?
Always
I mean,
making
yes,
sacrifices.
this is baking, but you could always
I'm keeping away
take
from you
that
too.
passion
Uh-huh.
and put in the style of a historical.
What? You don't know what you're talking about. You're not even a director. What are you, a security guard?
For now.
So that's a yes. He goes back to his book.
All right. Fine. Be content to do mediocrity.
Okay.
Alright. I want to take a look around the warehouse, see if there's any points of interest.
Okay.
Like assess the situation.
Yeah, you can do an assess.
I want to see if there's any
Creativity.
yeah. Any particular thing that I need to watch out for? Creativity.
Mm-hmm.
That would be a 10.
A 10, okay. What would you like to ask?
One second.
Mm-hmm.
What's the biggest threat to the film?
Here it looks like just negligence.
Okay.
There seems to be some people that, most people are not into this production.
Sure.
But apparently they want to do it so that they can move on to their next thing. Wing Len seems to be like ambivalent. He's like, I get paid either way, so if this takes forever, my contract is rock solid.
Okay.
And there's he seems to be all about the money. As far as what you've seen for Quinn Yu, he looks like he's really into himself.
Okay.
As far as Hang Mei, he seems to honestly want to save the Berry Movers International in his own career. The guy that's trying real hard with the special effects seems to be pretty much that. He's just trying real hard
Sure.
to further his I guess his name in what he's doing.
Was the shaking like extremely? How much shook? Like I know the set we were at shook, but like people were asked outside of that. Like how much of the area shook, or was it really localized?
That seemed very localized. It doesn't seem like anybody else felt.
Then okay.
Can I test the balance of the director?
Sure.
So
calling him out.
yeah.
Okay,
Well, I just want to like be like, you don't seem to really care about like the ruckus happening. And that seems suspicious.
Sure. So
I don't know if I would like say that, but like
yeah, sure. How would Palu phrase it? As you're
maybe
calling
I would
him
say
out.
that, yeah. Why don't you care about the ruckus and what it does to the other?
Okay. Give me a. And which principle are you using to do that?
Well, I'm just asking. I want to test the balance to like see what his principle is
I
because
think
I don't
you-
know what his principle.
Well, which way you're
Don't
gonna
you roll
lean?
your balance
Do I
to
do
do
that?
that?
Yeah, you're
I
gonna
don't know.
look
Okay.
at your balance and see which way you're gonna lean.
Yeah.
Oh,
which
okay,
way are
okay.
you actually going to do that?
Okay. Probably, I think I would go with community, right?
Okay.
Because I care about
Like the people?
The people.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. Give me one of those.
I'm at the 0-0, so I don't get anything.
Yeah.
Just
Straight up
flat
roll.
Straight up.
Flat roll.
Cool. Haha, I'm prepared. I think still.
But
Whatever that
you do shift yourself away from center.
Away from.
Uh,
do I
with-
go toward it?
Yeah.
Afterward?
And-
Correct.
After?
Well, you'll add it, so you'll shift towards it and then roll.
Shift and then okay.
Mm-hmm.
At least that's what he had you do.
Alrighty. Then 11.
Okay. Basically, he looks at you up and down. It's like, it's about the yuan, baby.
One more time.
It's about the yuan, the money.
Okay. Sorry. I didn't process what you said. Okay.
So it's like, it's all about the yuan, baby. All about them.
Dollar bills.
Yeah.
Like, you know how many angs I can get for that? A lot.
Okay.
I want to collect big stacks of yuan.
Oh no.
He's basically like, I don't care who knows it.
Okay. I'm gonna.
You get the sense that this dude's a slime ball.
Yeah.
He's
absolutely.
just like,
I'm gonna like state to. I'm gonna like pull you to the
Yeah.
side and be like, this guy. All the people here seems the most like they would want.
I agree with his acceptance of this kind of delay.
Yeah.
He didn't seem to me like he was actively working against the production, though.
Did anybody else come off that way to you?
I don't think so. Not off the bat.
So this is when you guys come back from talking with
Let's
Shue.
reinforce some of the structures, like balance them so
Yeah,
if
I
anyone-
think they said
That's-
people
yeah,
were doing it too.
Yeah, they're putting stuff back together.
Could we like verify?
Oh yeah. It looks like there's a bunch of guys that are actually like literally pulling up ladders and stuff
Okay.
like that, trying to get everything together.
Yeah, they made, you said there were like localized tunnels underneath that they were
Yeah.
using to shift things. Let me see if we can stop them from repeating that same trick.
Do you think like a sand layer under here would help?
That's not my.
I don't know if that's
area.
even a.
It wouldn't be easy.
Can I assess the situation?
Sure. I guess you can assess.
I don't know.
But for free, I'll tell you,
It's not.
making the foundation sand is not a
No,
good
that's
idea.
not-
Yeah, that's true.
No.
No, absolutely not.
I'm not an earthbender.
Yeah.
Hmm?
If there's any like obvious safety concerns up above that
Sure.
we can work on.
Sure. Are you guys? What are you trying to look for?
The most immediate problem would be if something else is gonna, like, if there is another point where things get unstable and reinforcing it. Because I don't want anything falling on anyone.
Sure.
That's what I'm checking too.
Okay. As you guys look.
Oh, I'm seeing who's talking to him. So the director they talk to, I'm looking to see anybody that's coming toward him talking to him
Sure.
at all.
The
Yeah, because you give them instructions.
Okay. So as you guys are going through, you're looking for different things. Everybody's looking for different things.
Sure.
Basically, the whole place seems like any. You guys have never really been to a movers studio before, but it seems okay. Like everything seems fine. Everything really felt gravity. Everything is basically done like you would think it would be done.
Okay, so it's just the earthbenders that are like.
So no booby traps, no.
Yeah, there's
We
no
have-
there's
okay.
nothing that you can see that is set up ahead of time.
Okay.
There's there's nobody there. Again, negligence seems to be the one thing that is that or apathy, I guess, not necessarily negligence.
real quick, with me doing that, do I clear fatigue? Doing what I did?
Doing what you did?
The balance thing?
Yes. I'll say yes.
Well, because it just says more so. This is a rules question.
Mhm.
'Cause it says clear fatigue and roll with creativity.
Yes.
How many?
Yes. Okay.
Oh,
Yes.
That's fine.
Okay. What is the next step? You guys seem to have been just staying at the studio. Is there anything else you guys want to do, or do you want to stay at the studio and just stay?
Go
stay at
outside
the
the studio and look outside the perimeter and see who's lurking around.
Sure.
I'm going up into the catwalks to
Okay.
just basically cruise around, and I'm gonna use my special technique. Rebuild.
Nice. And what does that do?
I give myself 1 fatigue. I generate 3 gears, and each gear, I give myself 1 fatigue, and I clear 1 condition. I don't have any condition, but I get 3 gears, and I can spend gears as if they were fatigue.
Okay. Awesome.
Cool.
So you're actually
Like
you're actually
reinforcing
bolstering
my-
yourself. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm reinforcing my arm.
Okay. So what I'm gonna say is, as you guys are going around doing it, you guys are staying as just like watching around.
I think I'd go out to and look around outside
Okay.
because
Okay, so you go with Bacha.
voluntarily.
I'm gonna help her trying to get things set back up and people where they need to be.
Okay. So you're gonna go around.
I'm gonna go around helping get things back in order.
Okay, so you're just volunteering now.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So, you guys, you see that there's Wenglen is actually like, as it starts to happen again, like as everything has been cleared, he actually gives some orders and gives some questionable direction as far as like you stand here. No, wait, we're gonna do this. He's basically, you see that he's trying to get it done. It's like the opera star is basically being overly dramatic in order to introduce the baking goods that are there, and the other contestants all kind of do the gasping again, and then there's and then you see that he says, he points over to the drum and says music, and trying to build up some tension and stuff like that, and again it's done, and then they're like, okay, well, we gotta do it again. So they do like a couple takes of the same kind of dramatic tension as they're trying to do this reveal of the winner of the baking show.
Yeah.
While this is going on, can I like watch the director?
Sure. Yeah. That's basically what you see. He's actually focused. He's doing his job.
Okay.
It's just like real bad. There's the guys the guy that was working too hard on his special effects and stuff is like, as soon as something is revealed, there's a couple of firebenders just creating like pyro. There's a couple whenever it comes to like a dramatic thing, there's some smoke, and the airbenders push the smoke through, making the thing, and then like as soon as the next thing comes out, some waterbenders push the next thing over as if it was a conveyor belt. There's just like a lot of stuff that's unnecessary happening, basically. But that's basically all that's happening in the studio as you guys are watching. I assume you're just kind of keeping an eye around.
Can I like I guess I'll probably take my shoes off and like feel.
Sure. Try to get a seismic sense. Just
Yeah,
kinda
just kind of like.
Okay, sure.
But you have seismic sense?
No, it's more of a it's more of a feeling. The earthbenders tend to, you should know this, you're a metal bender. Tend to like to feel like the feel of the earth actually underneath their feet.
Did the spoon bend or did?
Yeah.
On the spoon bend.
So on the outside though, those of you, did you guys roll for assess the situation? Creativity.
Creativity.
Yeah.
7.
7. Okay.
10.
10. Okay. You can ask one question. You can ask two. Huh?
What should I get roll?
As you look out, you're actually looking for like people that stick out of place.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's kind of what you're kind of looking for.
Yeah.
How about yourself, there, Quacha?
Outside here,
Mm-hmm.
or what is the greatest danger?
You're looking around, and it seems like the only ingress point of this of the studio is that one security guard. Is that security guard, and the security guard is probably going to be in the greatest danger. If something were to happen, they're probably going to go through that guy first. He's probably in the greatest danger, unless it's actually the people that are inside.
I look around here. I do not see anything else that looks like the greatest threat.
I'll tell you this. Because you rolled a 10, what we'll say is, out of the corner of your eye, you see Hong Mei like turning a corner, and you're like, he's not on set. That's different.
Follow him.
Okay.
And as I go follow him, I go like that as I follow him.
Okay.
here.
Oh, fair. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right, so you turn and look, and you guys are going after Hung Mei. Are you just walking through, or are you actually like being stealthy about it? What's the vibe? Are you just like walking up, or are you actually?
No, I don't stop. I'm walking.
Okay, that's why I'm asking. So you walk up, and you actually see that Hung Mei is talking to somebody, a woman, on like the other side of another building, and then he hears you and sees you, and he kind of says, and tries to he basically it tries to walk toward you, and the young lady is just kind of like she just gives like a stern look and a raised eyebrow, and then turns and walks away.
Okay.
And Hung Mei's like, is everything okay?
Yes, just checking the perimeter and everything out like that, and the ambassador here just wanted to come by and give you her condolences. This is all part of just to divert attention.
Sure. He's
Yeah.
basically, he says,
She hasn't been around these different sets before and seen you guys at your prime.
yes.
I wanted to like just track with my eyes which direction she went off in.
Sure.
I've been pulled into this conversation for the moment. So.
Sure. So basically, you see she walks off further into like the warehouses. You are talking to Hung Mei, and he's just like, so before you start accusing anybody of anything, I said no.
You said no.
Yeah, Amrita over there just wanted to put me back under the Triad's thumb. She wants partial ownership of the company and wants to be an executive
You said
producer.
Amarita?
Amrita.
That's who we were looking for before. Okay. Everything's starting
And he
to
kind of just like, this is a lot, because the reason you guys are here, I'm pretty sure the next couple of days are going to be pretty rough.
the next couple minutes are going to be pretty rough.
Huh?
What? You mean?
Bodyguards trying to.
What actions do you assume? You assume she's going to take direct action, or?
Well, yeah, I mean, if this thing fails, Fair Movers International's gonna be in a lot more debt than it already is. He's like, I gotta go, and he starts walking toward the set.
I am going to walk towards set,
Mm-hmm.
stopping to see, hey, Shotsky, my favorite person that's not named Mika.
Alright, close to a compliment.
Without,
I was going.
you have a set of skills.
I do. Would you like to partake
Anyway,
with
I
me
think
in
I
them?
just bumped into Amarita down there talking to Hung Mei.
Oh.
I point to her where it was like that. I think she's the cause of all this, so they can basically get more money out of this. And I think I don't do the stealthy thing.
Sure. What would you think? I mean, you can always try. But
I
what
think
is
you
your
and
plan?
Gear Man here could probably go down there and see something, but the other balancing right. But I think something's going to go down.
Fair.
So
But that's your expertise. You know these gangs. You know that were going on, and she literally just talked to him, and then went around.
So
So
as
she's
she
around the
as
corner?
Kamacha's gesturing over, you see over there, Mika is like continued to walk toward where Unreal is.
Yeah, I'm exploring. After all, he's right. I haven't been around someplace like this, so I'm looking around.
Sure.
Joe and Palu, who's less busy right now.
Probably.
No, you're working on fixing things. Okay. Then
Making sure
I'd
things
go
are
to Palu and be like,
All right.
come on, Palu, we got a quest.
Excellent.
Okay. You actually start to, as you guys start to go off, you see that you hear a scream from the other side of the set, and then as you're going closer to the to Amrita, you see about 24 other guys that she's walking toward, and it looks like they all like are nodding their heads as you're walking up towards them. All right. So you're by yourself at the moment. These guys are
on your way.
These guys are probably like
We're on the way. You guys are still at the studio.
I'm gonna say like 30 seconds behind you.
Okay.
Yeah?
And Show, what are you doing?
Well, I heard the scream,
You did.
but this is all taking. This is outside the studio, right?
So you heard the scream inside the studio,
Okay, but I thought, but they were okay.
but they're outside the studio.
We're outside the studio.
Oh,
You're
okay.
inside
So I'm
the
gonna
studio.
rush. I mean, how
I'm back. I'm,
I'm
with
in
you
the
guys
scaffolding
going toward her.
above.
But you're supposed to go
everything.
to where Rita was. I
Does the
didn't know that she's where
scaffolding
she went
reach
too,
to
so I'm looking for
where
her.
the scream
You're looking
happened?
for me?
Well,
right outside
you
the
don't
studio.
know.
Not
You know that
inside.
scream was
yeah, 'cause I just
outside.
walked.
That's where we're all outside.
Yeah.
I just looked away.
The scream was outside.
Yes.
So
I do that occasionally.
I look for the quickest way outside.
Okay. Easy. There's always in a lot of the warehouses there's the big doors. So walk
Like
in and
goes
out.
outside.
Yeah.
So, all right. I will rappel down from the scaffolding
Okay.
using my grappling hand.
Oh, nice.
Oh no! Go get your grappling hand.
Yes.
So, like a makeshift Batman, he drops down and runs out the door. So you see your friends actually going to the right, but the scream was to your left.
Interesting.
You get
I
to see some-
will. I'm like, where are you guys going?
You hear this?
Do we hear that?
you hear him because he's about like, let's say 10 seconds behind you.
I'm
Okay.
like, that way.
Looking for Mika.
The scream came from over there. All right, I'll
check it out.
I'll check out
Yeah.
the scream.
Scream if you needed more assistance.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Ah!
So
Here.
My arm.
My arm! My other arm!
No.
we'll shift down over to Mika, where 20 people are behind Amrita, and just like you actually see her turn around as they gesture toward you, and she's just like, "Can I help you?" And you see, actually, there's a little three little crystals with a circle around it on her.
Crystal triangle.
Of course.
What do you do? Anything? Okay. All right. So while you're deciding, you guys are going in toward. You see this? It is in sight, and you see actually the 20 guys, like about 10 of them start heading off in one direction, and the other 10 are kind of sitting there, and it looks like they're all reaching behind their jackets.
I'm sitting here saying to myself, I literally went to get these two, so we didn't go there by ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we all do fun things, right? This seemed fun.
Yeah, when your fun ends up with me being bruised.
All right. As that's happening, you run toward the left, and you go and you see there Shue is actually being lifted up, and by a really big dude, and she basically fireman carried, and she's like trying to
Beat on
his back and on his chest, like, oh no, put me down, oh, sort of deal. And you see this guy just kind of lumbering.
like running up. This is it.
Oh, good
This
God.
is my show. This is my moment.
Oh my god.
This is it.
Okay.
Time for the show.
Oh no!
All right. So we're gonna go around. We're gonna go around the table.
Let the show begin.
Oh my god.
No! Oh, God, that's awful.
You're the show
great. I
Oh,
love
it's
it.
awful.
The showstopper.
That's blue.
Yeah.
The
That's the map.
show must go on.
The
It's
show
been-
must go on. Oh, it's just it keeps working. It's the gift that keeps on giving.
Is it though? All right. Anyway,
Get there.
so as things go on, let's go ahead and go around the table. We're gonna do intentions, and then we're gonna try to resolve what everybody's doing. So what are you doing at this moment? We're gonna go around. Go.
I'm gonna go chasing after the 10 that split off.
The what?
The 10
The
that
group
split
that ran
off
away.
The
from
group that ran away. Okay. And all
So I'm
right.
gonna like try and cut them off before they get to our house.
I got you. All right.
And I'll
yourself.
go the opposite direction to kind of like flank.
Okay.
So
So
like seize a position, I guess maybe.
okay. All right. Quacha.
Yeah, I guess it's
I am seeing what she's doing.
Okay. Yes.
Deferring, yes.
You're seeing what she's doing, but you're like 30 seconds away from her. So.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going up toward her then. I'm gonna,
Oh,
I'm
you're-
gonna put
you're
myself
just-
between
you're
her
gonna
and-
book
I'm
it?
booking. Yeah.
Okay, you're gonna book it. Okay. Show.
I am going to. Let's see here. I'm going to launch my grappling hand
Mm-hmm.
towards them,
Okay. Towards the big guy.
towards the big guy,
All right.
to try and grab him and hold him in place, and
Okay.
then start wheeling myself in towards them.
Okay.
Not trying to hurt them. I'm just trying to catch up to them real quick.
All right.
You ever play the game Dying Light?
Okay, and then Mika.
Hold on. I'm not gonna just move up there. I'm gonna seize a new position. So I'm gonna go in and burn a fatigue just to get between her and them.
Okay.
Oh,
Perfect.
I'll take the fatigue.
Is this going to be an exchange, or is this just a standard?
Yes, this is you're starting an exchange.
Okay.
So what are you doing?
So this is going.
I
to
think I was going to. I kind of want to move. Same.
Yeah. So this is for me. Oh, we're not supposed to say what we're doing.
What? No.
Or what
Just-
stat?
So you get to say what you're doing. I get to keep mine secret.
Oh, okay. So I am going
So
to.
for
defend
combat
and maneuver.
exchanges, the GM chooses an approach for each NPC or group of NPCs in the exchange. The GM keeps their choice secret.
Uh-huh.
Each player chooses an approach for their character.
Yeah, I'm defending and maneuvering.
I'm also going to defend and maneuver. I want to kind of move.
So everybody's moving.
Well, I'm gonna make a wall.
Oh yeah, we all just.
So I'm moving towards like the group because I
Sure.
know it's not
Sure.
me always runs towards the problem, and I'd like to make a wall between me and
Okay.
to block anything from trying to hurt me or her.
Sure. Okay, so go ahead and roll your focus because most of you are just rolling with focus.
Yep.
I rolled a-
Unless your specific grappling maneuver does something different. There, show.
I'm gonna spend my prepared, and I will have a 10.
You got the 10. Okay. Awesome.
I have a 4.
You have 4. Okay.
Done.
All right. Nice.
Yeah.
I got an 11.
10. Okay, so you're going to be lagging behind.
Yeah.
You're straight ahead. You're straight ahead.
I animate a leap with my seize position,
Okay.
and I roll a 8 plus 2, 10, and I'm between her and them.
Sure.
I put
So
myself
as
in her position.
you had a what?
An 11.
11. So you put a wall of ice between you and the
The problems, yes.
the problems, and you feel the familiar like mom arm of Quacha kind of just like move you back. You're like, much sooner than everybody else, and then
Oh,
half
hi.
second later, you show up, and then a few seconds later, it must have been using Earth Bending or something to keep me slow. You just basically had a cinch really quick. You just I gotta walk there.
Shouldn't have eaten so much
What did
popcorn.
Noodles.
what did show do?
7.
7? Okay. So, you throw your grappling arm. Adam, what are you trying to grab?
His leg.
His leg. Okay, so you grab his leg, and basically, as soon as you grab his leg, he keeps on moving. He's just kind of like, he's kind of stuck, but not really, because as soon as you feel him pull his leg, you're like, what?
Yep.
You go along with him.
Use my metal bending to like crank me in so I can catch up.
Sure, you're going to be using it to
Yeah.
jump in. Okay, so the
Well,
group.
I assumed he was too big for me to pull him to me.
Right.
So I'm dragging myself towards him.
So, all right, so
That's an approach. That is an approach.
so it looks like they are these you assume crystal creeping triad goons are basically just moving themselves to surround you now that there's a wall around you guys, and you hear Amrita's voice going, I don't know who you are, but this studio's mine.
Uh-huh.
All right, next exchange. Oh, sorry. I gotta get you guys to do something here. Hold on.
Yes.
Oh, that's not what I'm looking for. As we do the most important part of every role-playing session and read the rules. All right. All right. So, let me see what I have here. Okay. Can somebody roll dice for me, really quick?
Who's somebody?
Just roll 2 dice. Somebody. Doesn't matter.
4.
4. Okay.
In the werewolf game, I get yelled at when
So-
I take that particular job.
Too good.
You guys
You
hear.
just roll like double sixes or something.
It's more difficult.
You guys hear
It's bad.
Umbridge's voice, and it's kind of like this is somebody that that's not used to not being listened to, basically.
Okay.
But because you guys are who you are, you're just kind of like, yeah,
Sure.
whatever.
But, yeah.
Okay. Let's go around this way this time. Intention.
I think I plan to attack, actually. Roll
Okay.
Passion. I want to give them a collision.
Okay. You're doing a strike.
Yes, I'd like
Okay.
to mark a fatigue. I'd like to use their momentum so I can roll with focus instead of passion.
Awesome.
Because
All right.
that is a
Sure.
much nicer thing for me.
What do you do?
So he's a big guy, and I'm whip myself up to him. I'm going to evade and observe, and I'm going to bolster and hinder. So I'm going to flip up into the air. When I hit the ground, the punch into the ground and have the rock come up and try and pin it in place.
Okay. Quacha?
None of them look like they can even get past the wall to get to her, right?
Well, she's basically made an igloo over you guys.
Okay.
And there's a chance that, yeah, there's a wall for now.
But I'm saying, looking at the wall, does it look like they can just go right through it and get to us?
With enough with enough
With force they
striking,
can.
yeah.
But it's still
But yeah,
down.
I was gonna say this. Smash or
Yeah.
whatever.
How close are they?
They're around. They're surrounded you.
All right, I'm going to wait for one of them. The first guy that breaks through the ice is getting one in the face.
Okay. Awesome. Easily done. That's going to be an advanced attack.
Yes.
I'm gonna pass for a second because I gotta think. I had like an idea and I want to
Okay.
look at something.
Yes.
It'll be an advanced attack. I'm gonna try to sweep the leg.
Okay.
So
Put him
that
in the body
is
bag!
Whose leg? Because you're surrounded by ice right now.
my understanding was that we were heading towards the group of 10 that split off, right? and then
Yeah.
there's the 10 over here, and you were putting the wall like on the other
problem
side.
is you were behind me.
Yeah. So you are coming up, and they're
Okay.
surrounding. They're surrounding those two.
Okay.
Yeah. So both Quacha and Mika
Yes.
are encased in ice.
They've got a
basically.
little igloo over
Yeah,
there.
and there's 10 guys around there. So you're sweeping the leg how?
So I'm coming up on the firebenders right now.
You're the fire.
Wrong word.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm coming up on the triad members,
Uh-huh.
right? So we arrived and we're in combat range now.
Yes.
So I'm just going to attack somebody and
Okay.
sweep the leg.
You're just gonna pick somebody and go for it. Okay.
Somebody randomly.
All right. Cool.
Yeah.
All right. And then
I lost my idea, so I'm going to.
welcome to.
I had it, and then I was like, I don't know where I was going with that.
Okay,
So
Oh.
I'm like in the same situation as her, where
Yeah.
like there's the people in front of us.
Okay.
Can we double team the same person?
Sure. All right. So you're both gonna attack.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you gonna smash or are you gonna strike? Because smashing will
We'll get rid of
destabilize
the-
something in the environment.
Yes.
Striking is actually hitting a person.
I'm trying to visualize this real quick. So I'm thinking of like a movie studio, right?
Mm-hmm.
Square building.
You guys are in a parking lot.
We're outside.
Yeah, you're outside.
Outside of the actual.
Okay.
Yes. You guys have
Okay.
taken the fight outside.
Which is good.
Yeah. Yes.
I would like
Unless
to
your car's parked out there.
It's true.
Oh well.
maybe smash. So I'll take a fatigue to like prepare a large piece of terrain,
Okay.
like from the ground.
All right. So you're gonna summon a boulder out of the ground.
Yeah, pretty
Okay.
much.
Cool. All right. So you're gonna do that.
Yep.
All right. Everybody roll what they wanted. How'd you do?
7 on the dot.
10. Okay. And you were doing what?
I was going to drop a specific part to attack.
Okay.
It's my wall.
Okay.
So
Yeah. So you were gonna strike as well.
yes.
Okay. All right.
I just got to use focus. because
Are
I
you?
marked it.
What are you trying to? What are you trying to hit? Just the first person you see when you're out there.
Yeah. I'm
Okay.
gonna
And you're trying to do a condition. You said.
I believe so. Yes.
All right. So you can do one of many conditions here. Which condition are you trying to do? Afraid, angry, guilty, insecure, troubled.
Oh, those. Actually, can I do a status instead?
Yes, you can do status instead. So status is stunned, impaired, doomed, or trapped. Well, doomed is kind of rough. But
I
because-
can't.
Yeah.
I can't really trap them with this.
Okay.
So
you can stun them or impair them.
Mhm.
That would probably be the
yeah,
the way
that's
to go.
the best option here.
Uh-huh.
I think stun.
Stun. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you go ahead and hit them. So
Can't act or respond for a few seconds.
correct. So one guy just gets hit. That chunk of the wall just bam throws him out, creating an opening.
Yeah.
And the next guy that comes out
There you go.
just
Yeah.
gets stabbed.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's almost like this has happened.
A 1, 2.
This is a Nickelodeon show.
With a 7? Well, there's no blood.
So with a 7, you go in and the person just barely like comes out of the way. He cut his tunic up, and he's he basically comes back like very rapid. And then you guys take a couple of them out. So 2 of them are engaged out of the 10, and you guys go and you take out one guy together.
Yeah.
So you sweep his leg. Are you doing firebending, or are you actually just doing?
So sweep the leg is a move.
Yeah.
And what it does is, if he doesn't have more than 3 fatigue and conditions total, then he just takes 2 fatigue.
Okay.
If he does, then he'll take the 2 fatigue.
So part of this game
For
is
the narrative,
yeah.
It's like a fire.
fire sweep. Okay, that's what I was asking. So basically, you're hitting more than one guy.
Sure.
is what's happening.
That's
So
fine.
the way this game works is there are NPC groups,
Yes.
so they have like a combined fatigue.
Okay.
So as you guys are doing this stuff, it's hitting their
The
fatigue.
overall pool.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So
I go.
narratively speaking, you sweep and
Yeah.
guys are like, my leg's on fire,
Yay.
and things of that nature.
Yay.
You summon the big stone.
Like a giant.
Yeah.
I'm talking massive.
Yeah. So you do the earthbender horse stance and you just and there's like a big chunk of the parking lot. I don't even know what it's called, but it's a big chunk of the parking
The
lot.
studio.
Because of that, I will allow you to
That's why I
roll.
took a 15.
Yeah. I will allow you to roll an intimidation.
Okay.
So roll with passion really quick. If you roll a 7, they'll take. If you roll a 7 or higher, it's a fatigue. 10 or higher, it'll be 2.
7 on the dot.
7 on the dot. So they will take another fatigue. Okay, great. So that. So
I was like, I got worried with the 2. I was like,
so they are like these guys did not know what to expect.
Okay.
But there is a you actually see as you do that a lady just kind of running. She jumps off of the igloo and comes in and just basically clocks you.
Oh.
She specific.
Okay, you specifically.
Come on.
She,
Okay.
bam! Clocks you. You are stunned.
My favorite.
You have a card, Jeff.
Yeah. So you are caught off guard. You can't act or respond for a few seconds until you steady yourself. Excuse me. Blah, blah. There's a guy covered in ice. Show. You pulled yourself toward him. You said.
Pulled myself toward him and I kind of whipped myself up into the air.
Mm-hmm.
And I come down, punch into the ground, and make pieces of 2 pieces of earth come up to like pinch him to hold
Sure.
him in place.
Absolutely. We've seen that in the show.
Yeah.
So that happens exactly as you said because you rolled a good.
I rolled a 9.
You rolled a 9. Okay, so it happens just like that, and you see the young lady Yue or Shue is basically like looking, help me, and this guy's like, huh? And you see him like just rip his leg out from the pincers of the earth that you saw, and he basically sets her down and says, "Stay here," and she's like, "Ah!" and he turns and faces you, and this dude is like 7 feet tall.
I can imagine in the studio behind him, they start playing some fight music.
Everybody was kung fu.
He's like, he looks at you. He's like, and he starts to like, he basically puffs off his chest really big and goes, and starts rushing at you. Okay, new round. What's everybody doing?
I'm stunned.
You're stunned. Jack.
Do I still
next.
have the big rock?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're
I'm
gonna
gonna try to
All right.
fuck the group.
Throw into the group. Cool. You'll do a strike.
What's going on with her?
So what stat?
I got
You can't see
tired.
what's happening.
can't.
Oh, you're far away from the
I'm on the
igloo.
So
outside.
no, so
You're
you
in the
guys,
hole in the igloo. outside.
so you guys are in the
other
igloo.
side. It's there.
Yeah, you guys are in
Okay.
the igloo.
Not
She-
where the hole is.
She pushed us a hole out this way, and everything that's happening with them is happening back
Okay,
here.
gotcha.
I gotta-
So what?
And there's more guys in front of the hole.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
there's more guys that are trying to go in. Yes.
What status is I thought I would have given him the trap status.
Yeah.
Which is, in order for him to have gotten out of that, he would take
3 conditions.
3 conditions or 3 fatigue to
Mhm.
escape it.
I got you.
All right, so
Alright.
I am going to step out into the prey,
Mm-hmm. Oh, so you're
Moving
jumping
to-
out of the hole.
jumping out of the hole, moving toward her.
Okay. What are you doing?
I will.
And show what are you doing as well?
I think I'm going to. Yeah, I think I'm going to drop the wall and I'm going to do slip over ice to
Okay.
rearrange some folks.
I'm going to retaliate. I'm going to defend a maneuver and retaliate.
I also clear one of my fatigue.
Awesome. So
Mine was actually seize a new position. So I'm
Okay.
gonna take the fatigue to get to you.
nice. All right. So as everybody's doing their thing, you're kind of like, ow,
Ow.
not really hurt. You're actually on your back, like
Yeah.
holding your jaw, maybe the side, because she like literally did just a jumping
Just
Superman
comes out
punch.
of nowhere and
Yeah. And
Decks
then,
me in the face.
are you
Alright.
attacking the guys or are you attacking her?
I would probably the guys because
Okay.
I think I don't know how much I would have noticed. I don't know how close
Okay.
I got it.
that
Sure.
is.
Okay.
Get the guy.
10.
10. Okay, so two more fatigue on the group. You're repositioning.
I repositioned.
Okay.
Between me and
So you're jumping into there.
Yeah.
Did you roll
reroll.
okay?
7, 8, 9.
9. Okay, yeah, you're good. Okay, yes.
I got an 8.
You got an 8. Okay.
So I can move some people around.
Sure.
Put them in unadvantaged,
Sure.
disadvantaged situation, or they become impaired.
Sure.
Um,
Basically, the impaired condition is they're slowed or off balance.
Yep.
They either mark 1 fatigue or take -2 to all
yeah.
physical
If
actions.
they don't want to move around,
Okay.
they have to do that.
So
Um,
I'll say this: you rolled an 8.
Yes.
You drop your igloo, and the rest of the water that you use kind of just has a short sheen
Yeah.
around the parking lot. You are basically working on just the amount of water that you had in your pack.
Yeah.
So you're slowly like running out of water as this happens. But you get that sheen, and people are slipping and falling and into each other. They're not used to standing on ice. Unlike Kwacha, who's used this before and actually used it to his advantage to slide in toward Satsuki.
Yes.
Yeah. What?
You're good.
Yeah. Okay. We'll go to we'll go over to Sho, who is doing what?
Retaliate.
Okay.
So I steel myself for their blows. Each
Mhm.
time a foe inflicts fatigue, a condition, or shifts your balance in this exchange,
Mhm.
inflict 1 fatigue on that foe.
Okay.
And I rolled an 8. for that.
You rolled an 8.
Nice.
Okay. So basically, you would normally mark 2 fatigue for this, as he.
I'm going to take it away from my
Gears.
gears, my 2 gears.
Sure.
I was
So
like,
it's
okay.
So I'm blocking with my arm that's taking the damage.
Yeah. So he basically goes
Yeah.
boom, and you hear the sound of bones breaking as he hits your arm.
It's like a spring.
Yeah.
Whoa!
Right, but and he pulls back like a mangled fist. Just
Yeah.
ah!
metal.
Nice.
Yeah. Okay. Next round, there are only a couple left, and most of them are.
What did she do?
Oh, so she's actually sees you as you're going, and she basically pulls out a pair of they are tiger hook deer swords. So they're basically what Jet has in the show.
Sure.
Gotcha.
She pulls them off her back, and she's like, "No," and she runs away. She looks like she's assessed the situation.
Yeah.
And sees like you've taken out like 10 of her guys, and she's like, there might be better ways to spend my time.
I'm in position because I can take all the damage for you. That's what I was doing.
I see.
I'm divert. That's what
Yeah, she basically she brandishes some weapons and then sees a guy with a giant sword. Like, nope.
Can I try to chase after her and then on a future action try to hold her in place?
Sure.
Am I no longer stunned?
You are no longer stuck.
Great.
You're getting up.
Stick my hand out.
If you wanted to do that. Okay. Really quick.
Alright.
We're gonna do one more round. Really quick. So, what do you guys do in this situation? There's 10 guys around you. There's there is a person just running away, and then there is also the big guy fighting show.
The
Right
10
now.
guys around us, are they mostly taken care of?
Yeah, most of them have slipped and fallen and are kind of holding their side. They're not ready for this.
Wonderful. I need to recollect the water because
Sure.
it's done its job.
Yep.
And this will probably go poorly, but I'm going to try and intimidate them using my friend here to make them stay.
Sure. Easily done. Show.
I'm going to advance an attack and just do a strike.
Okay.
I'll mark 1 fatigue on myself, but I'll use one of my gears to instead do a hammer strike with my blows.
Okay, so that's your last gear.
Yeah, forcing them to mark 2 fatigue.
Okay. And then, Quacha?
I just basically look at the guys, go, "That's a wrap,"
Nice.
and I'm staying there to be able to divert. So if either one of
Sure.
these guys gets hit, I'm going to take the damage.
I got you.
Um,
You're doing your
I would
strike?
like to. Well, yeah.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. I envision this as like a Shaolin soccer. I'm gonna
Yeah.
kick a piece of thing and.
Yeah. Nice.
7, 8.
Nice. Okay. And then you're
I'm
unstunned.
on my feet.
Yeah, you're on your feet,
Yeah.
and Quacha's next to you.
Alright.
Yeah,
What do
help
you
her
do?
up.
I want to assess the situation.
Okay.
Because I kind of want
Sure.
to figure out where the guard, the one solo guard was.
Sure.
And if there's any evidence of like where off show went to.
Sure. Go ahead. All right. So as everybody does everything, you did. You collected the water and tried to intimidate. How'd you do?
A mighty 7.
A mighty
A
seven.
mighty seven.
A mighty seven.
It's
Okay.
totally what I'm good at. No.
Okay. So
Not really.
you
I'm not this good.
you summon up your the sound that your mother, the ambassador, makes whenever she has to address people, and you try to channel her really well, and you're just like, yeah,
I'm going to aid her.
okay, you're gonna help.
Basically, while she's talking to them, I'm going to be behind her
Okay.
collection.
So you get a +1 to your roll.
He's actually an aid. He's
Yeah,
actually, yeah.
you get +1 to your roll, and you have to mark a fatigue.
Yeah.
All right. So you basically say, everybody stay still, and Quatch is behind them, like sharpening his blade again, basically. And then you throw in things. How'd you roll?
8.
8. So it strikes her in the back. So that piece like strikes her in the back and wraps around her, and makes her fall down.
Nice.
Cool.
You see that she is she's like holding her weapons, like she put them back on her back, and then just like as she was sorry, not her weapons, her arms. She put her weapons back on her back, and then like
Okay.
as that
Nice.
was there, she's like, ah, this is really uncomfortable. As she falls, and you're assessing the situation. How'd you do?
I did 11.
11. Okay.
Well done, Jess.
Good lord.
So first off, the security guard
Yeah.
in the thing, as that's what you first look and see. He's like pointing at you like that because a bunch of stuff just happened.
Yeah.
And he seems fine. What else were you looking for?
I wanted to know like if there's any evidence that show like ran into trouble because we haven't heard from him.
Okay. You hear like some scuffle like way off on the other side of the building, but that's about it.
Okay then. I want to call out quickly to the security guard and be like, "Call the cops!"
He's like, yeah, of course, and he goes
and
off.
then,
Jess,
Yeah.
We were told not to get the police involved.
would you know that?
No, we did.
No, I know.
I
but
do
would you-
know that.
Would you?
And with what you've been doing with the gang, you would
No.
really be aware of that.
She wouldn't say call the cops then. You're right.
Mhm.
Call Detective Mako!
Right.
Just
He's-
Detective Mako!
He's like, do I ask for him? How
Yes!
does that work? Okay.
Tell him I was pulled in! And then I run away.
All right.
I mean, it could be worse.
Meanwhile,
Yeah.
you're striking this guy.
Oh yeah, it's after an exchange punches and blocks,
Mhm.
I and a combination of punches with a Superman punch with my prosthetic arm.
Okay.
So jumping in the air and just.
Okay, basically what happened to her. So you do a quick couple of jabs with your flesh arm, and then you jump up and you hit him with your metal arm right in the jaw. What was your roll?
8.
8. Okay. You hit him square in the side of the head. You hear a spring,
Yeah.
like
I'll have
in
to
your arm,
repair that later.
and then you see him kind of slump over. And as you land, you're like, "Oh, my arm!" Shuei goes, "My hero!" and flies.
She just
next
like
to you.
there, yeah.
As you guys wrap up, because it is
The finale to my script.
As you guys are,
Oh my god, it is the finale to my script.
as you guys are going in and doing kind of cleaning up, much like you did the last couple times, you see there are a couple of things that happen. The Republic City Police do come anyway because Mako.
I figured they would, but we didn't get them involved.
Yeah. And then you find out a couple of things about Amrita.
Sure.
That she has been trying to actually get into the mover business. And she's been trying to push herself in by blackmailing and bribing and everything like that. And basically, as time goes on, you guys are known as the Electric Eel Hounds, the buddies of Bolin, and
Buddies of Bolin.
and are known to be able to
Didn't realize you had a
be
camera.
counted upon if any security needs to happen to be in Republic City. So if you want, you can create a security firm, or you can become a pro vending team. That's up to you.
We're
Wait, we
I
could be
bet
a pro
people
bending
wear- no.
team that moonlights as a security.
No. We're a security firm that has a pro bending team.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. It sounds like
Maybe.
CBS Tuesday
Yeah.
nights.
Watch this pro bending. Let's teach you the rules.
Maybe.
You can
It's like-
train with us.
Law and Order,
These are
Electric
the
Eels.
Maybe.
They're the vendors.
Well, that's been our Avatar one shot. I hope you guys had fun. It looks like these guys did too.
That's good.
And it's okay.
And much like every other GM, if I didn't know a rule, I just wing it. So, any last questions, comments, concerns, compliments?
Oh.
That was really
That was really fun.
That's fun.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks, Alan.
Let's keep on doing this sort of thing then.
Yeah,
Cool.
that was real fun.
Yeah, I'm